games on this. He's taken over so many games. And they picked it pretty confidently in this game because they saw the lane that they're playing against. They saw the Ench and the Luna. The Ench has ways to play versus Eidolons. You know, you take an Eidolon, you get the split, stuff like that, etc. But overall, Toby is very good at even playing versus some of these counters when he plays his most comfortable hero. And I think that's kind of what they've gone for, too. You know, Xanthic playing super comfort, even Troll, super comfort.
And Crystallis, you know, on this Troll, as you mentioned, it's definitely one of those carries, I feel, that if you don't get pressured and you can find space, you're going to be a pretty terrifying beast later on in the games. And with the way that Crystallis has been playing recently, he seems to always find the correct places to farm, right? I feel like it's very rare that we see Crystallis get hunted down successfully. He always avoids the ganks very well. Yeah,
I feel like he's had some overall pretty good games, except for that one SF game that comes back to my mind. I think it was a hard game for him overall walking into the Dusa. You know, they kind of threw that one away a little bit too, but either way, see how he's able to do in this one where he's got a Naga Siren, one of the strongest laning heroes. See how much the Underlord can actually handle the pressure of it. It's a very strong tanky lane that they've gone for up top with that Underlord, and it's a kind of standard pick versus the Troll. But Naga changes a lot of lanes. Oh, this is kind of cool. Did he just deny bounties?
Oh, he denied both.
He denied both with Eidolons.
Wait, he was standing next to one, was it? No, he was not. Okay, no, yeah, indeed. He just sent them out and got them.
I wonder if I see... I don't ever see two... I don't even see one bounty... When was the last time two bounties got denied?
Easy denies.
Like 0.
So,
all right, cool.
Just a 1-for-1.
And look at their positioning. They were trying to sneak to get some type of like first blood level 1, but not going to be the case, so all things back to normal. 1-for-1 bounty exchange. Seems like everyone just takes Thunderbolt now. It got buffed. Take it automatically. Does help you actually have the control too, which is what I've seen, which is the nicest thing I've seen from the Thunderbolt, is just getting your connection of the chain stun a lot easier than before. Because sometimes people can play around it. This just allows you to always get it, so maybe that could even come to play versus the Storm early.
Yeah, always that kind of timing in the mid-match up to the race to get the level 6 first.
Yeah.
So you can find that opportunity to maybe outplay the Storm as the Pango.
This is one of my favorite kind of matchups because we've seen it go both ways a lot of times. I've seen sometimes the Storms get the level 3 point in Vortex and you go for grabbing the Pango when he goes for Shield Crash and you commit for the kill. I personally like the Storm Spirits a little bit more inside the laning phase, but when that 6 kicks out from the Pango, that's when it becomes really scary for the Storm early on.
Yeah, I feel like a solid Storm should have the edge. But yeah, as you said, we've definitely seen it go both ways.
And yeah, let's see how these lanes go. Top Whisper, usually on these Underlord lanes, especially when you have like a snap behind you versus a physical lane, you do quite well. It just, is the Naga going to be able to change that kind of aspect and slow down Whisper? Don't know. Don't think so.
So far, Crystallis not feeling any sort of pressure here that much.
But I'm not sure who's... I don't even know who's drafted. Like, I know, like the panel was saying, I'm not sure who's drafted. I like both drafts. They both kind of cover all bases, so I think we're in for a pretty exciting one as it progresses.
But I do just feel with just what we've seen from Toby when he gets his hand on the Enigma, yeah, it's a pretty safe one to go with.
Absolutely. That's the biggest... That's probably the biggest one that I'm like, okay, that definitely does give him a bit of an advantage, but... There's definitely ways to play around it.
I'll see if this lane starts to get a bit tougher now that so level 2's been hit. See how many of the denies Toby's going to be able to take away from Pake in this laning stage.
Oh, this lane has 2 annoying taunts. I'm not going to look at it. The Enchantress taunt and the Luna taunt constantly being spammed. I'm looking elsewhere. And yeah, the Underlord is getting slowed down a bit. Okay, so, I mean, Panto is doing a very good job here so far with the Deluge. Who's going to get this? Whisper gets it.
Does have the lane pushing into him. So should be able to catch up on that CS difference. A bit of a lead that Crystallis has been able to create. It's a very robust lane, as you say, the two of them. Even though L1ga do have that strong safe lane duo, not easy to really kill either a Beast Coast off lane duo.
No. I mean, maybe the snap if he steps up, and you can always play around the real lane. Also to point out, El Misho did end up going for Little Shredder, so there actually is no cookie up there. And Lumpy is having that edge, at least in the mid lane for now. Only by a small margin. There's a creep wave coming into Xantic, but we'll get the courier because of that little shredder.
Do you see an opportunity with the lanes as they are for either of the sides to come in with one of those support rotations through the twin gate early?
It's always the inch. It's always the one to look at. Probably because the lane also gets into a weird position for Pyke when he's playing versus the Enigma. It gets denied back. Could definitely see MOUZ take a creep, go through the portal, and try to set up onto this troll. Because there's a lot of damage up here that they already have between Underlord and Snapfire.
Yeah,
They're constantly keeping him low.
How are they doing for regen up here? Chrysalis, he's they don't have any regen.
Zero. He needs a salve. He needs.
His courier's dead 40 seconds, so he's in a bit of a risky spot.
Yeah.
Has to be careful with potential
does
burst.
Get the pull in, but the creep is still under the tower.
Yeah, and Chrysalis knows how careful he has to be stepping up because he's going to have to be sitting pretty low for at least the next 40 seconds or so.
This is grim for him.
Bottom lane. So they can have enough damage to go for the heal. They certainly can. That's going to be first blood for Toby on the Enigma. I think that's definitely a bit of a concern. Can they at least get him in return?
Nope.
They can't. He's fine.
He's got the stick. Big burst from one. I thought 1J got the last hit. I guess the last tap of the Enigma was at the same time as that shot came in from the Shadow Realm. Yeah, beautiful start though for Toby. So we've seen him have some incredible games on this Enigma. He is low right now. The beam puts him at 4 HP. Okay, he did the math.
Dude, my goodness, that was close. Nearly fed his life away.
Imagine he backpacked his items while he was got beamed right there. He actually would have died. Constantly seeing them always backpacking because of the efficiency with tangos and stuff. Glyph gets popped. Counter Glyph gets popped. I think that was the two mid laners trying to get the level 6 advantage coming in. Lumpy is going to get that 6 first, and he's healthy. And Xantic is low. Lumpy might dive this. Definitely a chance.
It's difficult. Even if he dives.
He's trying to, look. Because he got this, he scanned behind the tower. Connects on Xantic. But Xantic's now got 6.
Yeah, it's just hard to guarantee the kill. And also have the rotation coming in to back up at Xantic.
Power rune. Will Xantic get lucky? There's a creep bottom, and there's a hero top. Misho, oh, he gets it.
I mean, they could go for the kill on towards Panto. Yeah, they'll use the Rolling Thunder for this one, Lumpy. Straight. Oh, the jukes!
Nice bait.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's going to give Panto a little bit of a chance to back off, and tell you what, he's going to do it.
No way.
The illusion bait there from Panto, the old stand still and move everything else around. It worked out big. Panto gets out alive.
He kind of did it in the most, like, I would say, like, the most obvious way too. He ran his real hero in the way that you'd want to run as a Naga Siren. So he mind gamed the hell out of them. First Pango roll used. 60 seconds. Can definitely take advantage of that one. Can see a rotation from Xantic maybe. Bottom tower is getting pressured too. Toby, he's got the drums already. Does have a creep behind him. I mean, they're stunned up.
They've got to try and do something about him. They can't let him get away with having as good of a start as he has had down here. They should get the chance to bring him down. Cookie forward onto the Centaur. They get him out of the lane. This was very much needed. Same time though, Xantic also able to make the rotation, take out Whisper.
It's nice when you know that Rolling Thunder was used. You can just make a free move pretty much on any of those side lanes. So it makes the move top. Lumpy, I believe, TP to response, but can't actually do anything without that roll. We'll get a bottle refill. Looks like Whisper will TP back up there to fill that up for him to keep his presence on the map. And he's queued up Diffusal. So not the standard we really see from Pango. We'll see if he does commit forward for it. But playing versus Troll, limited mana pool. Playing versus Storm, not limited, but pesky. Okay. Can see an argument for it. I'm unsure if I like it.
Okay. Well, what's sort of the downsides of getting the Diffusal first on the Pango?
It's just nowhere near as good as it used to be. There's just there's so many less strikes than it was before. And then you don't have that initiation tool that can come from the mid laner. We've seen a lot of these Pangos just go blink. So we'll see if it ends up working out or not. Toby?
I'm trying to push forward here for MOUZ. Back under the tower though, and does have backup, so that they're going to look towards Panto. This time around, it's not going to get out, surely. They've lost 1J. Lumpy's able to get another connection in onto Panto. They clean up the two supports. Good turn up there from Beast Coast with Lumpy getting involved with these early movements.
It's really entertaining watching the speed of this Rolling Thunder that we see now every time. As the portal comes out, they want to dive.
They're ready to dive in for Toby. And deep with the backup of Whisper, they won't stand any struggle in surrounding him, bringing him down. And it's gonna, one more hit.
Is here.
They'll get him with the final bit of damage there from the Demonic Archer and Zantic. What can he get in return? He looks towards Elmisha and MOUZ.
He's cleaning up.
Enchantress. He's low on the mana. Has he got enough to try and set up onto Whisper? They've got the control from Panto. Drags him back in. And indeed, with this fight continuing, Lumpy though. Oh, it's a big swashbuckler on a shield crash. Okay. Lumpy. Maybe he's the one to get the ultimate cleanup on this. Shadow Rail's about to come to an end.
Oh, Lumpy.
Good jukes. Nice control there to get away around the Bramble Maze. He'll get out. But Lumpy, I mean, all in all, he's getting the most out of these plays here now. 1-0-4. And getting the big one there, being able to put a stop to it, Zantic, in what looked to be a situation the Liga were going to hold the team fight around their own tower. But Beast Coast, they continue to come out slightly on top.
And Zantic got a lot, though. That Arcane Rune was really put into work. But yeah, Lumpy with that good cleanup at the end gets him a bit of an advantage. Crystallis, though, in the meantime, didn't just have a full open
They could go
lane.
again. Rolling Thunder's back up in 5 seconds.
Sure.
Lumpy, he wants to fight continuously.
They've got the ward behind, too. Lumpy is netted up.
Can they control him fully, though? They'll get the shield crash off. Swashbuckle up to the high ground. And Zantic picks off Elmisha. Lumpy. So you want to roll in or roll out? Looks like he's going to bail away.
They
he
brought
knows
5
that
heroes.
by now, indeed, Liga have responded with the entire team. So Lumpy happy to settle with a quick escape.
Oh, look at this bottom, though. The sentry's actually just out of range of the obs ward that's placed bottom. It's literally just on the cusp of it, so nice one that could actually get them to take advantage of when they see any TP rotations. But yeah, they bring the numbers. Crystallis, he's shown his build. He is going to be doing Battle Fury. It's not going to be the Ags rush this game. Gonna go for that farming, which is very strong this game. I mean, they do have a very strong scaling lineup on the side of Liga.
I'll get the tower trade here top. Peike able to finish that off for Beast Coast.
A super even early game.
It
Owen.
is.
6-6. Net worths on the cores look pretty even. A slight disparity between the 4s, but across the board, looking nice and even, which is what we'd love to see. And he does go the Atos. Okay, I figured he kind of would because they didn't have the good lockdown for the Storm. Then he definitely needs to just go back for standard auras.
Nice. Yeah, super strong this game.
Yeah.
Getting
Always
that.
versus Storm. Great versus Troll too. So yeah, I could definitely see the argument as we were mentioning from earlier.
And especially in a game where I feel like it's not one that kind of screams out as an incredible one if Beast Coast did have like some pipe rush or something against Liga.
No, they have a lot of damage. They have like hybrid as well.
Yeah, exactly. The damage that they're receiving is coming out from all different members, and also there's the fact that Liga, they obviously have this Troll who's going to be barely involved in the early fight.
Yeah.
So a good timing where Beast Coast, they can go very aggressive themselves, look for setup around Whispers. Very good Atos timing.
And that's how I want to see them play. Lumpy trying to keep the catapult as long as possible. He'll have it up. He'll have this tower. I mean, they're going to play, that's exactly how their style is going to be when you're playing versus Storm and Troll. You know this lineup is going to scale super hard. You want to be the dictators of the pace on Beast Coast. And they're going to look to make fast moves. Lumpy again, smoked up with Misho. He's got kisses at the ready. They connect on top of Toby. He's very likely dead from the kisses from distance.
Yeah, pretty much. It just only needs sort of like one connection with the Rolling Thunder. Should be enough to start laying down the damage.
And they still have that deep ward, the one that wasn't taken out from that sentry, so they see where the Enigma's positioning, but Zantic seems to have a read of this move.
I'm going to swing over to towards other parts of the map instead with the remainder of the smoke, Beast Coast.
I mean, Zantic is still just waiting right here. Very good read. I mean, if they do want to try to pierce through, he will just be able to counter gank them, so. Does stop him from farming for some time, but he's still just hanging around here.
And they're coming in with the wraparound from the Twin Gate here, Panto.
I guess that's why he was standing around waiting on Zantic, but it's spotted by the ward. So does Pate get caught?
I mean, Beast Coast, they do have a fair few of them, pretty much the 4 of them close by, so they can fight back.
They're bringing everybody. They've got all 5 with the Fiend's Gate. If they even get one initial stun onto the Storm, let's say from that Pango roll, and the Fiend's Gate comes down and he gets pitted, it's very difficult for Zantic to get out of it in this early game. Both teams playing around that vision, though. Battle Fury is finished. So Crystallis' farm, it's going to continue to grow very fast. He'll be able to match that tempo of the Luna.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to
if not surpass.
to kind of grow quite the lead against the Luna, considering how fast Chrysalis has been farming in his performances so far.
There's a heads-up move. Whisper, will they finish him? They should have enough.
Fizz off the
misses.
Do have Chrysalis wrapping in from the side. Backup's coming in for Whisper. Cookie to try and break him away from them. They'll still manage to get the kill, but maybe not as clean as they would hope for. Took a bit of time.
That was a rare miss that we've seen from L1ga. He's been pretty solid on his Willow. Completely off the mark with the Terrorize. He's going the same build that we've seen every time on the Willow, though. The Vessel, very valuable when you're playing versus Underlord. I like how each player has their own approach to some of these heroes. This MOUZ.
So if they got the damage for him, he's getting the heal off.
Too much magic.
That final bit of burst from Azantic takes him out. Continues his killing spree.
But it's literally like all magic with the Bedlam.
Lumpy is going to go for this one. Finds Panto close by the river. And gets a good angle here for a couple of hits. They get the drag back as well with the Wild Wing Ripper. Panto's out.
Lumpy.
Going to try and jump over towards him. They've got the Fiendskate coming in as well. And Zantic using that last bit of mana to get away.
Nice
good Cookie actually catches the connection onto both of them. The kiss is coming in onto Toby. The Enigma's down.
Man, I haven't seen Snap Enchantress used like this in quite some time, but really nice cookies. We saw one bottom earlier. The Centaur. That one was beautiful. Pick, though.
Okay. Chrysalis trying for the solo here. The Lucid Beam holds Chrysalis back momentarily, but he's going to get the job done. Chrysalis picks up a big solo kill. Can he get out, though? MOUZ going to start messing with him. He doesn't have a TP. Even if he did, the TP was on cooldown still for Chrysalis.
Panto's got Song if he needs to cover him.
Yeah, he's out. That's a huge one for Chrysalis to find solo. He's definitely going to start blowing up the difference between him and Pake's Luna.
We've seen this from Chrysalis a lot of games, too, where he goes for these kind of like pretty high-risk, high-reward plays. When he was this Shadow Fiend, if you remember the Requiem on like the Aegis kind of combo a couple of days ago, I feel like he finds cores like this a lot. That's massive. He's level 12 now. Luna's level 9. So, pretty massive stuff there from Chrysalis.
This troll, he's going to get completely out of control. They're going to have to find some sort of solid way of dealing with him in the fights. He's going to go, by the looks of it, for the BKB rush after the Battle Fury. It's not going to be super easy for beastcoast to find the damage to take him down through it. Whisper. He's going to get the pit opening onto L1ga. Follow up from Lumpy.
Goodbye, Willow. So, interesting little thing. I've seen more players doing this now. The Shard on the Storm picked up immediately on its Zantic. I think it was Malrine that I saw doing this. Malrine does this a lot of times on mid, even on Pango and everything. He gets the early Shard. That's interesting. It adds a lot of damage in this early game. Glorious. See if it does end up paying off. We'll slow down his BKB. But I love to see when players just have different, just cool concepts of a hero. And there's the blink. So the defusal overall, it ended up being fine. He got it pretty early. He's got the blink at a good timing too. Nearly level 12. Keeping themselves just a slight lead ahead, at least in terms of gold.
I
really like these skeletons. Is it because we're getting, we have October, Halloween kind of coming close? We're always falling to these Skelly boys. They are pretty cool. Oh.
It's alright. They were dead anyway.
True. Liga. They see the Underlord.
Backup's coming in. And Whisper, can he survive throughout this all? He cannot. He goes down. The song's there as well. Liga, they're looking to back out of this. The kisses are coming in. A couple more hits could bring down Panto, but he's duking it out.
He's still dead.
Oh, is he though? Swashbuckle doesn't hit. Oh, he might just make it. Nah.
He's still dead.
He's gone.
And they left a neutral item. Tier 2 neutral was dropped just below while they were escaping. On the right side, a little more. So they did end up losing on that one, but this extra damage that come out from the Shard was actually everything there. I think if Zantic doesn't have that Shard on this Storm, they actually don't have enough damage to go through because he just picked up Vanguard.
Close.
So that magical damage that comes through because he doesn't have Cloak, it's a lot. It's very significant, so very interesting.
That still continues to be very close this game, 10 to 10. 1K lead for Beast Coast, but that doesn't really mean a lot. It's basically dead even. Panto! They TP'd into this. Doesn't have the song to rely on. He has got the backup of L1ga. The fear comes out on towards Whisper. They're going to try and burst through the Underlord. And once again, they're able to do so successfully. The Rolling Thunder from Lumpy comes crashing through, setting up for Pake to turn up and pick up a double as the Luna. Covered towards Zantic. He's still got mana to play with, so should be able to sit back safely.
I mean, again, it's the shard. The overload damage is so much versus the Underlord. I really think it's catching him off guard. I think he thought he was going to be a lot tankier in these type of jump-ins.
They could jump for MOUZ.
They will.
And with the heals off.
Overload's up again. Look at that damage. Dude, I like this shard. This is cool.
It's really giving them that extra bit of boost in these plays to get kills that otherwise would not have happened so easily.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Still 12-12. I mean, things are still very, very close, but they found Whisper now a couple times. It's 5 deaths on this Underlord, and now he's immediately queuing up the pipe as well too, of course, but maybe feeling like he wanted like a casual cloak in between things. BKB soon on the horizon for Crystallis. And they could look to force maybe an objective with that, something like a Roche fight.
I think they're going to feel strong.
They can do like the Song into Black Hole combo, so it's dangerous in a way for Beast Coast to walk into some of these fights.
Yeah, it depends if they want to sort of sit back and wait for Toby to have his BKB as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a free one, right? A blink BKB in this game.
Yeah, there's really nothing to stop it, right?
Until there's a basher on Tango.
I mean, that's... I guess, yeah, we'll get the Ags first. But yeah, that bash is surely going to be a must-buy for Lumpy this game.
Yeah, eventually. We'll definitely likely see it, so. Panto, farming in a pretty dangerous position. Will TP himself out. I mean, they're keeping themselves up by that 2K. It's just, it just still feels dead even. It just, yeah, the threat of the Enigma is looming.
There we go, BKB.
Support plays coming out from L1ga. Every time Crystallis gets low from farming, he runs over, throws a jelly onto him, throws an urn charge as well, so he's keeping that troll on the map to keep the farm up. Luna always has the Mask of Madness, or almost always has the Mask of Madness, so keeps herself fight ready. But yeah, this is very nice to have this little boost for Crystallis. And now he has Vampire Fang, so he should keep himself full HP.
Solid stuff from Pake, though. Considering Crystallis had such a good timing on the Battle Fury, that Pake's actually managed to keep that little bit ahead.
Yeah, and he's level 15 now too, right?
So yeah, he's caught back up massively on the XP.
So they are gonna. It looks like they are gonna look to force this, perhaps this Roche.
And no reason not to. Very difficult for Beast Coast to interrupt this. By the looks of it, they don't have any intention. They've hit it with the scan, but I think they're going to know there's no point trying to make the time to get over here as this Roshan goes down very easily for Liga.
And trying the fight here is just way too dangerous versus Song Black Hole. They're going to go through the portal as well too. Pake, he knows it's coming. He drew the line. He's like, yeah, they're going to try portal and gank us top, so reset away from this positioning.
I mean, I really do feel even with the game being as close as it is on the numbers, it still comes back down to the fact of those early 2 picks that the Enigma, Naga Siren. When, as a team, for Beast Coast, are you ready to fight into the Song and the Black Hole? Like, when does that get easier?
If you can get the initiation, that's kind of the key. You still can fight it if you get if you see them and you get the stun initially onto that Enigma, but definitely can be a little bit complicated if you don't have that vision.
Yeah, really, it's just the power of these 2 heroes that whatever happens, doesn't matter how close the game is, one Song Black Hole can really just begin the demise of the enemy. The push coming in top now.
Panto's almost level 12 also.
That's Antic. He's fishing for some action. He's going to be able to get the jump in on towards Misho. See how much he wants to commit in for this. He's under the tier 2 tower. Hasn't quite got enough to take him out. Misho able to live. As Antic completely out of mana. Does of course have the safety of the Aegis to rely on. Over in the mid. They'll get the catch on L1ga. Caught away from the rest of his team.
Might look to catch more. MOUZ is in a pretty dangerous position here, but might actually look to swing and catch more. Never mind, they're going to back up. No Rolling Thunder. Not going to risk it. Very close to Ags on Lumpy. I mean, they definitely can still fight back. It's just about how they get... If they can't get clustered and caught in the hole and everything, of course, it'll be problematic, but they're scaling. They absolutely are. MOUZ.
He's fine.
Song.
Oh, they're going to sing
knew.
for it. All right, Panto says you're not getting away that easily.
It is a level 1 song, so that means for 3 minutes there isn't that big type of capability that can come for a black hole setup, but a kill's a kill with a slow pace.
And Zantig able to join for that extra bit of firepower necessary
Takes some time,
to take down this pretty tanky Enchantress, considering the strength of those heals. It'll take him a bit of time. A space certainly created by MOUZ.
Now he's trapped. There you go. Nice space made. That's for damn sure. Pake was able to farm like 2 camps plus. Phylactery is online. Keeping himself very big.
He's going to be very strong in these fights around, so the backup.
I mean, these fights are going to be hype. It still is pretty much, it feels pretty much dead even though, yeah, the looming, the threat of the BKB black hole is coming soon. They still don't have the BKB. Still about 1,000 away. So I'd say for Beast Coast, as soon as this Aegis comes down, they could have an advantage, but the Aegis is still on.
There we
so
have
they
it.
Have 2 minutes.
Smoke time.
They're going to look for a fight.
The song into black hole could be pretty deadly. Okay, doesn't still have song, but still, yeah, he's not going to have song for a long time. But the black hole is there. If Toby's able to walk up and find an opportunity to get it off. Straight away, Chrysalis moves it on to Whisper. Popping the BKB here to commit on towards the Underlord. Inside the river, Toby getting caught out by Lumpy's Rolling Thunder. Beautiful play there from Lumpy. Completely locks down the Enigma, takes Toby out. And with the swashbuckle, he's able to take the Aegis out of the hands of the Storm. With the setup here, as Zantig's able to put the BKB, has the grab on a Whisper. They have the follow-up Terrorize as well. Lumpy jumping in onto the back lines. Whisper still alive, and Zantig jumps forward to finish off the job. Has to use the rest of the mana to zip back to safety under the tier 2. Pake trying to chase forward. Lucent Beam and Eclipse straight onto L1ga. Beast Coast push on forward.
There's no glyph. They can take this tower.
Lumpy's not done yet. He's looking over Crystallis. He's been able to take all the mana out of him. He's going to get dragged up to the high ground, but Lumpy doesn't care. He's full HP, pretty much full mana as well.
Beautiful fight. Whisper just got Crimson. They commit for him. He pops Crimson. They couldn't finish him off for a very long time. They get turned on, and Toby, no BKB still.
They couldn't play around in the river. Didn't find a chance to drop down the black hole. Lumpy just on top of him. The Pango plays causing a lot of issues for Liga. 4-0-10 this game, Lumpy.
And he's got the Basher Q.
Yeah, we'll check it out again, this fight.
He's playing it perfectly so far here. I mean, the jump comes forward, but watch Lumpy.
And Chris is a very early sort of feeling that he has to put the BKB right at the start when he's walking in. And indeed, the only target he's able to hit is Whisper. He's not able to do enough on his own. And the river, Lumpy, just completely controlling them. And at this point, honestly, it's lucky for Liga that they actually got out of the team fight, who they did get out, because this catch and chase from Beast Coast, it's strong right now.
I guess they really wanted to try to take advantage of Aegis, but no, Toby was like 700 away from BKB and they didn't have song, so it was like kind of a bold attempt to run into this fight there. But I think they felt stronger than they anticipated. But the side of Beast Coast right now is incredibly strong. Like fighting into these auras, it's problematic. Once you have BKB Enigma, sure, but Basher could be coming very soon. So Lumpy, once he gets that, they're gonna have this answer. It's starting to feel pretty good actually for Beast Coast. Pake, Konda's nearly done as well.
Now Panto about halfway towards his Blink Dagger, so that he can at least have that setup potential with the Blink song to allow Toby to walk up with a BKB Black Hole.
Hey, they need to prevent Whisper from getting this Crimson and stuff off too, because it's versus Troll. It's like these little instances of damage early on, so they do need either a Dispel or a way to stop Whisper from getting off initially, which ideally is that Black Hole, but we'll see if he does go for like the Aghanims on the Troll eventually, or if he does just do the Nullifier, but it's gonna be a ways away.
Beast Coast getting a good lead to be able to focus on any sort of progression in terms of the move they want to make next.
Okay, BKB's done. Now it might be go time for Liga. I don't think you want to wait and then you see this Pango at Basher and you just get countered by it. Do you want to try to get a catch onto something here?
There we have it. Time for the old Black Hole. If they don't get a Black Hole here, it's going to feel pretty bad. Lumpy jumps in, but he's immediately out with a blink. They're still able to get with the catch, the Vortex drag back, the Fear on between them. Toby stepping up. Lucid Beam holds it back momentarily, but there's the BKB into the Black Hole. An easy Black Hole for Toby as he walks up, grabs the three of them. They're going to use the song to see if they can find a further catch. They've found themselves the Snapfire. That's what they were looking for here, Liga.
Perfect timing. They also bought the Troll Shard right before the fight, Owen. He was literally like double cleaving in a way, shooting the extra axes in that range form.
This is always the threat that indeed until that bash is there, and even in that situation, of course, the Pango, Lumpy getting caught, wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. But the black holes from Toby are going to be quite the difficulty for Beast Coast to deal with.
Okay, that's their word. He'll be fine. They're actually going to be able to get the 2 wisdoms, it looks like here.
Oh, well, he is dead.
Middle tower is under attack.
Beautiful illusion. So, for Beast Coast, when you respawn, it's go time. You know that BKB Black Hole is down. You want to try to take advantage of that. You have Fiend's Gate, so you can push your lanes out on Whisper and look for a setup elsewhere. If you wait too long, then you will allow them to just keep fighting constantly around the frequency of these BKB Black Holes.
Yeah, you've got to do something.
And they'll fight. Oh, Crystal's bottom.
He's trying to juke this out. Is he going to be able to TP away?
Yeah, he's gone.
He is. Speedy enough to zip into the tree line and get out.
I mean, that's Fiend's Gate and the Eclipse used. That's pretty huge that he's able to bait that while they have the downtime of BKB Black Hole down. And you see double smoke spot out from Beast Coast.
They got to do something.
Want to try to get something.
They have to go. With the pipe done on Whisper.
Basher's getting closer for Lumpy, though. So potentially getting that answer. But he has to not get caught in it either. That's the important thing. He's going to have to play a bit different, more backliney.
I mean, because that is the thing, right? When
Even
they have the
Basher,
song Black Hole, he's pretty easy. He's going to be prime target. Like, whatever happens with the Black Holes, you've only got to imagine that Toby's always going to make sure that Lumpy is at least one of the heroes caught in it.
And he's got the blink now, too, so positioning for Toby's
can easily find the follow-up.
Yeah, Panto's getting closer to his, too, so definitely potential. So their Beast Coast wants to still try to take advantage.
Panto. He's going to get blown up at the front of the fight, though. This time. Oh, Lumpy's going to try and see if they can turn it into more. 1J. Woo! He's out. Successful TP, but Beast Coast, now it's time to push it, man. You've managed to get a kill. There's no threat at the song setup.
What can you take advantage of, though? Because
actually, tier 2's already been taken. They've already taken the tier 2s. Getting the high ground going is not really going to be an option until Roshan's back up. We'll see that in about a minute.
Liga's going to go out and fight because they probably anticipate that there's a potential Roche respawning, too.
Could be up.
They have to go set up for that. The Basher is now done. So eyes on Lumpy. Doesn't get the bash onto that.
Has to sit back. Cannot get caught in these black holes.
Panto respawning very soon as well. That Roche, 40 seconds till it does respawn.
It's dancing.
The jump.
Going to start the jump on Whisper. Toby is going to jump forward as well. Gets caught in the pit. I'll let the rest of the team deal with Whisper.
That's
Whisper gone.
50 seconds, and that Roche, it's going to be up soon. I love this Storm Shard. It gives him so much extra damage. I'm just going to keep reiterating. 23 Galvanized stacks also on Xantic. 9, 1, and 8. I mean, both mid laners are involved in... It's like 90% kill involvement.
10 seconds to Roche. Toby going to stick around to scout it out.
Oh, cool play. Planto goes through the portal, sends the illusions top to stop the push that's coming from that Enchantress creep. And they're going to start the Roche. 15 seconds. Whisper's going to be up with Fiend's Gate.
I mean, they're heading over.
It's dying fast.
It's going to die very fast. And if they want to try and fight this, it's going to be into the song Black Hole threat. Unlikely they can do anything here. Beast Coast is Liga. They get the Aegis for Crystalis.
Oh, maybe they catch people on the retreat. Troll showed mid.
I mean, maybe, but Lumpy is in with the opening onto 1J. Gets the connection over as well over towards Panther. They've caught the 2 supports. See if they can kill them off. Good angle here from Lumpy. Will be able to indeed completely take down Panto.
At the least they get something. They don't find a core, but 2 supports taken out. It's pretty solid. They have vision over here too. The ward will get taken out. Just kidding.
That's 2 kills, but what can they do with this? Still into the Aegis of Crystalis' Troll. Push unlikely to occur.
This game is delivering.
It really is.
Still feel,
one of those games where Beast Coast, they kind of consistently have this lead, but there's that big old threat.
It's the big looming black hole.
It really is.
As the game progresses too, it's like potential of double of them, and everything does continue. And if you're ever pushing and you're grouped up, the chance of getting caught are high. This is a scary one.
But if there's a bit of a slip-up, if they're able to get Lumpy jumping in, catching out Toby with that initial Rolling Thunder before he can get the BKB off and chain stun him, They kill the Enigma, they're going to be in a pretty good place in these team fights, Beast Coast.
Yeah, or a casual little swash bash and stopping everything if he's completely in the right position. Crystallis, though, with the Aegis, they want to take advantage of this. They've got everything ready. L1ga wants a fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Any big neutrals? I mean, I didn't point it out, but Nemesis Curse was found from the Troll. Luna got Quiver, Storm got Quiver. Naga Blink, so they've got the double setup. And I'm seeing that Xantic, he's also queuing up another black hole. So, or with a blue hole. The Aghanims is starting to get queued from him as well, so potential for a wombo combo. It's going to be pretty explosive this game. They have vision. The last 8 seconds of this ward catches the smoke.
Still into this Aegis of Crystallis, though. It's a risk here that Beast Coast are looking to take.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Toby waiting in the trees.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, this is really tense.
And they're not going to be able to find anything, Beast Coast. They're actually heading into Liga's half of the map. Maybe seeing if they caught anyone out on their own farming.
Both teams trying to get a high ground advantage, it looked like there. Even though we saw L1ga, they saw them smoke up. They did not want to leave their high ground positioning that they had already. They're going to threaten base on Beast Coast while L1ga pushes for this tier 2.
That's not a bad approach here. Just sort of see what happens. Tier 3 falling pretty quickly to the Illusions. And to get the fortification coming out. At the moment, L1ga just going to find the trade on the tier 2. Maybe both teams are going to see who's going to get forced back first.
Hey, look at this. They're all right. Chris is like, you want to push? I
mean, I think the Luna wins on the
win
bit of a base race here. That is going to be... That's going to be a...
And Panto was a bit late. He catches 2 in the back.
Let's see what they can get off the back of the fight. Jump for Lumpy. He's in. Toby's trying to step up with the BKB. He's going to get the black hole onto the 2 big cores here. Catching Lumpy, catching Pake. Pake, the rest of the BKB trying to stand and grab the Eclipse. Lumpy's been kind of caught at the side as Zanik jumps forward, has the 4X to catch him as the Rolling Thunder comes to an end, but gets killed off by the Swashbuckle. Lumpy tries for the TP out, but 1J kills him off before he can escape. Crystallis is ready to chase down MOUZ. Toby should have to blink back up again in a second if he needs it. The Nullifier down onto MOUZ. They will clean up the kills, L1ga. But Beast Coast, they did get the job done. They get the racks.
And they did not even get a tier 3 tower on the other side there. So this game is super interesting. You can feel the power every time. The black hole is always super good, but yeah, they got what they came for. And now there's no black hole. Respawning, respawn is a bit long though. 40 seconds. Crystal's going to get as much as he can out of this. Can maybe get that racks trade.
Let's see how much they can get. A push coming in. But yeah, Beast Coast making these good moves, these plays, and you can't help but feel the Beast Coast are probably thinking to themselves, if there wasn't an Enigma in this game, we would be winning this one easy.
Oh yeah. I feel like the graph tells everything in this game. It's like, it's really super even, but just these trade of plays that are coming out. It's literally been like even on gold, even on experience, pretty much the entirety of this game. 90 seconds till that black hole is going to be coming back up. Difficult for them to take advantage of that cooldown, and yeah, the trade for the racks does come out in the mid lane.
It feels like they have to try though. They've got to get out on the map whilst this black hole's on cooldown.
You always have to, I mean, you can't just play around the fact that it's not on cooldown. You have to make something happen, otherwise every time you're fighting into it, it's a problem. Abyssal almost finished up also for Crystallis. He is really problematic for Pake too. That matchup, the core-to-core matchup of Troll versus Luna, it is not easy. Pake just every time he's getting sandwiched upon.
We're heading out, Beast Coast.
Oh my god, look at the ninja gears. Everybody wants positioning this game. Full Lotus Pool is going to be grabbed here from Lumpy. Can never write that off, that 900 extra heal. And he does complete the full Abyssal.
All right, more of a chance of getting that jump in and fully controlling Toby at the start if he can get in first.
I mean, in that last situation, if he had... I mean, of course, he didn't have the gold by any means. But if he had Abyssal, he could have actually locked him down a little bit longer to potentially get something to happen. Because he rolled in, and then he didn't have anything to actually stop him. But if he's rolling, you can use the Abyssal while you're rolling. So, could be something cool that he can make happen with it. Black hole, it's back up.
Let's see what they do with that knowledge in mind here, Beast Coast. Do they really want to try and push into it?
Panto sees Misho. Misho showing himself crazy.
I mean, the rest of Beast Coast is heading over, considering helping out, but the song's here from Panto.
Pig gets the force away. Only just.
They've got the two of them here.
They're not going to waste the black hole.
They don't need it. Yeah, Nullify is throwing that onto Whisper. There's going to be a buyback coming in from El Misho. Whisper's gone. He's going to buy back as well. Has got the Fiend's Gate if he wants to try and get back over quickly. And this could just be two buybacks that aren't really going to result in much at all for Beast Coast.
Pake must have been split second with this Hurricane Pike. I thought he was going to get caught in that song next to the Underlord. If they catch two cores, they'll black hole it. They didn't need to use that black hole there because it was a core and a support. They knew they could kill them without it. So holding on to it, Toby does have it ready, still has the BKB. Song a bit of a long cooldown.
They're still trying to keep the pressure on the Beast Coast.
But it's dangerous.
Especially with the fact, yeah, these two buybacks spent. Shiva's Guard finished on a Xantic.
Oh, he switched the build. Okay, didn't end up going for that Ags.
Yeah, I like this. Gives them more survivability. And at the end of the day, I feel like it's like the one black hole. It's kind of been enough.
Sure.
Yeah. You don't really need that second one through the, as you say, the blue hole.
Crystallis has hit 25, so he should be able to survive in every single one of these fights. Panto?
Ooh, quick with the blink. They were smoked up, set outside the base piece because they're still thinking about pushing in for this. It's so risky, though.
This is so risky.
It's so risky.
Also, L1ga is starting to scale, too. Just to point out other damage things that he's starting to get. The Ag's mom is online after that vessel. So more damage that can be ripped into the distance of that black hole. Roche, it's going to be about 90 seconds.
This high ground just so hard to push.
Yep.
They need to have the Aegis on Beast Coast.
And soon Panto is 18. So that cooldown, it'll drop to 100 seconds for the setup. The AoE also becomes bigger, plus all that healing it can provide. So it can be used in two different ways as well if he does see opportunities. And something you don't see too often from a support Naga, queuing up the BKB, but you can absolutely understand why when he's playing versus that Pango. And even just Luna Eclipse and stuff like that, but mostly versus the Pango. Shadow Realm duration also, level 20's been hit by L1ga. Massive increase in damage for him.
Now time to check out the Roshan. Still going to be 45 seconds until the respawn. But imagine if Liga do want to, they can stay around this part. I mean, at the same time, Beast Coast could just go. They could go for kind of the base pressure.
They got to react to this. Pake is actually showing his real hero. This is maybe a little bit of a bait. I think they might know that that's the real without the damage it's doing. He knows.
Absolutely. Panto's called the bluff of Pake here, leading with the song. And yeah, Toby just drops down the black hole. I mean, it doesn't work out there. They tried to bluff them there with the split up of the illusion and the main hero +1. And that's going to cost them not only his life, Pake, but also that of Whispers as Liga turns up. They'll find out Misho as well.
Is that worth that type of, like, doing that type
such
of
a risky
play?
move.
Right, like you do this Luna illusion split thing, you're trying to trick them, but they knew immediately with how much damage it was doing.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I imagine that's how they tell, right? They just see, well, this one's hitting this tower a whole lot heavier than the other one is. This is a real one.
It's a cute play, but a play that probably just lost them the game. 60 seconds, no Luna, no Snap, no Underlord.
And I think for Beast Coast, if they want to have a shot next game, there's going to be no Enigma getting through.
No, I mean, this is something you always have to take away. If Toby sees it's a decent Enigma game, he's going to take it. And if you give a Naga as well, you're asking for these setups.
Down the mid they go here, Liga, onto the tier 4s.
They've got Glyph, but 30 seconds. MOUZ.
He's looking pretty dead. As in they go, take him out. He has got buyback. I mean, just throwing his body in really there, just to try and take the attention off the tier 4s. Both of them taken, the Ancient exposed. Are they going to have a chance to play one more fight? Lumpy jumps in, will find the bash, but he's caught by the root. Will be able to roll up just in time. But Crystallis turns over towards him. He's got the buyback. They'll have the team back up. They can have a chance of pushing Liga back and prolonging the game a little bit here. Lumpy looking for the angle. We'll get the connection onto both of them. Toby has the BKB. We'll continue to run. They'll settle for L1ga. Trying to kill him off through the Shadow Realm, but actually with the Shadow Realm, he's able to turn and take Whisper out. The Abyssal Blade gets dropped down onto L1ga. They kill him off. See Crystalis with a BKB. Turn over towards Pake. Can they get Pake away from this troll somehow? And he slides across him kind of awkwardly, but Crystalis, he will fall.
Oh,
Beast Coast, they get the big kill. I mean, he's actually going to buy back on Crystalis. Okay. I mean, feels that the base needs defended, but...
Oh, God, this game is insane. They wanted to push forward to go for the end, but then they respected it, so they tried to back away. And then Pake with... I mean, this time it's just like a kind of psycho move, but ends up paying off. He runs into 4 heroes, and he kind of forces Crystalis into a weird position afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, overall, Liga's still in a great spot. They have the fact that the ancient Beast Coast is exposed.
But Roche is up. That's why Crystalis bought back.
I guess so. That's right. He's got to be alive to contest this Roshan.
Yeah, so they're probably going to look to run right down there. The black hole is back up. Song is at the ready, too.
No, you're absolutely right. Buys back there because, yeah, he's just going to run to Roche, get that Aegis, not give Beast Coast any chance of getting it.
And Pake doesn't have BKB, actually, so fighting there is not really possible. So they're probably going to just give that up.
I mean, I think if Beast Coast, you do try and take this fight.
You probably have to. I mean,
you know the Crystalis bought back for this. If some way you kill Crystalis,
there's still a way to win.
You've got a chance. You've got a hope.
And they're scared to commit into it. They've got their Willow respawning.
Yep.
These moments are so tense. Crystalis, his BKB is coming back up. Same for Xantix. Starting to inch their way forward a little bit here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Liga should get away with being able to secure this Roshan for Crystalis.
Yeah, now they should be able to inch forward here again. There's a refresher shard too, Owen, so...
All right.
The double black hole is potentially... He's a little lackluster on mana, but with Arcane Boots might be enough. Should be enough. And it's cheese, if anything, but I imagine they give that to one of the cores. So Crystalis will have the coverage of Aegis.
Refresher shard for Toby. So, with the Aegis, you got to imagine this push for trying to end the game is going to come pretty soon here from Liga. Beast Coast.
What craziness can they do? I mean, Pake has done some super crazy moves so far this game. One of them not paying off at all. Second one definitely paying off, at least to hold the game on. They're backing up to defend. And they have been... I will give them credit on Beast Coast. They've been very annoying, very good about keeping these lanes non-stop shoved in. And Enchantress creep pretty much 24/7 top and just illusion shoving in mid. So they are being quite pesky for Liga.
Ready to run down mid here, and Crystalis, obviously with the fact that he doesn't need to hold on to buyback gold with it being on cooldown, he can pretty much buy this refresher as soon as he's got the money.
Tremendous damage increase for Xantix. 25 has been hit. One of the better talents as well, just to be able to detonate multiple heroes. Lincoln's for Toby is pretty much done, so he'll have the coverage for the Abyssal. I don't know if you just said that, sorry, I got distracted. And Panto is outside the base. They've got the mid and the bottom pushed in. Or mid and top pushed in. So they've got these waves to be able to go for this top racks.
Can Beast Coast pull off some crazy hold? One good black hole from Toby will close the game up, and he's got the luxury of 2.
Pake is getting this annoying little push because they have bottom wave coming in again. Misho trying to do what he can as well. TP back. Xantix is hunting.
And there's the spend up from Crystalis. Will indeed get that refresher.
And look at the line drawn now. They're like, okay, we have to deal with the bottom lane since the Rax is coming in and they just keep ratting us a bit here. So let's shove in through bottom side and then look for the fight through there. They still have 3 minutes on the Aegis, so they have time to swing over there. Panto getting deep vision in preparation of it. He's got a base ward and he's got that deep ward down bottom to scout the movements if it comes out from Beast Coast. Pake.
Oh, he's found one, Jay.
Free kill. 80. He does have buyback, but it's 80 seconds.
And here's the song setup.
Oh, Pake.
It might be pretty good news for him that he does have the buyback because he's going to need it. As indeed, the black hole's dropped. Pake's gone.
No funny business. They pop all the BKBs for it, too, just in case. They have the second round, too, with a black hole with that refresher shard. And Xantix does now get the Aghanims. So now, yeah, they still have 2 black holes kind of in a way here. They're going to look to go. Song, it's a fast frequency now.
It is now.
He's got that 20 talent, so it's 80 seconds, 45 until it's up. He's got 2 banners for the push, too.
Whisper. Panto. Trying for the setup. Whisper pretty beefy here, able to bounce away with the Ogre Seal Totem. Zip ball from Atlantic. He's going to get the grab, and number 4 is trying to get Whisper back to the safety of the base, and nullified down upon him, but they get the cookie from L1ga. Getting him up to the safety of the high ground. They'll keep Whisper alive.
Panto trying to drag him out with the ward. Can't quite. That'll make them lose that ward.
I mean, they're trying to do what they can here to stop Pake from having to use the buyback.
It's 40 seconds.
And buyback or not, they're probably going to lose this top rack. So maybe they'll just favor having that second life, still having the buyback ready for when Liga try and go for the game end.
Seems like that is the call. Crystallis.
Now, Rolling Thunder from Lumpy. Gets the opening onto Crystallis. They're keeping this final bit of racks alive on this top lane because they still got the tier 2 bottom protecting that third and final set. So Beast Coast, all things said and done, they'll be able to make sure that they don't have to expend Pake's buyback.
Yeah, MOUZ finishing up the MKB just before that. He was able to actually dish the damage out to push that troll away there with that roll.
I mean, yeah, this is both supports having the least supporty build that you could expect, but definitely the kind of build you'd hope for in a game like this. Both your Enchantress and Snapfire, they're ready to just shoot people down.
I'm shocked that the Snap went for this build, to be honest with you, because it takes so much longer now that you need 25, but they also buffed the other one by a decent margin, the +8. It was +6 before, but whatever.
Beast Coast bringing in a lot of fun this game.
That's for sure.
With how they're looking to try and hold this one off. It'll be very impressive if they do. You know, Liga much more going for the very more technical approach of just a good song, a good black hole. Meanwhile, Beast Coast are like, support, get your Daedalus, get your MKBs. We've got an Ancient to defend. See if it works out.
This game is super hype. Even though it's Liga having this clear way to close out the game, there's definitely some funny things that can happen.
That's the thing, right? Because it's either going to have some crazy calamities and chaos and turnarounds at the end, or it's just going to be black hole into black hole into GG.
Exactly. Or black hole into black hole.
It could end very abruptly.
Yeah, it could be black hole into blue hole, because Atlantic's also going refresher, so. Find Misho. He has Rapier queued up, by the way. I mean, he's going big. Hoping to go big. Needs 25 still, of course, but... Crystallis is on the prowl. Lumpy.
And Crystallis going to put the BKB straight away. Gets caught by the bash. I'll have to back off with this BKB. Not going to have a chance to fight with this. Beast Coast on the retreat, but MOUZ. It's going to zip upon by Zantic, but Zantic pretty low on the mana. Won't be able to keep chasing.
Didn't get the catch at the AoE pull.
They've got the push coming around in this bottom lane, though. So Liga, they'll get rid of that final tier 2 tower that Beast Coast had standing.
Pake continuing to be annoying with these illusions in mid. His team is set up around here, too.
I mean, he's really pushing up as well with the real hero.
Toby. MOUZ is starting to poke, or trying to poke, but can't. Zantic has to go back to deal with that push.
Silver Edge done on Pake, so can get away with more of these plays where he's pushing out pretty far. Man, a little bit more now.
They really are being so annoying with the way that they're playing around these smokes. And Lumpy, Refresher online also, has the Rolling Thunder cooldown talent, so it's back up soon.
Of course, that whole period of the Aegis has now passed, so Liga...
Whisper. They've spotted him. He gets himself away.
And they're being careful how they go in for the kill themselves. And obviously with the moments that have passed, Crystallis' buyback is back available again.
Zantic gonna try to make the move.
They get the opening roll. Look at the follow-up. That song's gonna come in.
Oh,
Panto,
it's beautiful.
He's able to put a stop to the play. Toby's TPing over. They'll pull them together. There's the BKB black hole onto the both of them. That's Pake and Lumpy out of the game.
And Lumpy gone for 2.
Oh, we didn't save for buyback.
He spent for that refresher.
He spent up. Just 600 gold short. It's a painful 600 gold short.
I mean, they're trying to do these kind of cutesy plays on Beast Coast. They kept these lanes going in, but this time, I mean, Panto, he's been so clutch on this Naga Siren. I like how he even reels him in, puts him in a better position for the black hole.
It makes it nice and easy for Toby to get that follow-up.
And they've got the secondary when the refresher shard is ready if Toby wants to go for it.
This time round, Liga should be able to force that buyback out from Pake.
Oh, even an Ags now on the Naga Siren, so I mean, even more control piercing BKBs.
Zantic is going to get the opening onto the two of them. They're going to move straight over towards Elmisha. Buyback comes out from Pake. Elmisha taken down, has buyback as well. Zantic has to put the BKB. Chrysalis focusing on getting the objective done as they'll finish off the full set of racks
Song
top.
at 8. I'm just watching for this song. Toby's Black Hole, he's got it at the ready if he needs to. Cannot clump on the side of beastcoast. Still 50 seconds for your Lumpy. Got bottom lane pushed out though.
It's just going to be a question of whether Liga expect Lumpy to not have the gold for buyback. You know, they're forced out one. Do they want to try and push again because they feel that maybe Lumpy still has his?
They probably do think he has it. I don't know if they saw that refresher or when they saw it in particular. Might be giving that respect to it.
Looking to approach for the mega creeps here. Chrysalis.
Gonna enter.
Refresher done on Zantic.
60 seconds till the main black hole. Or a refresher shard. Jump.
Zantic. It's going to try and focus MOUZ. Has the setup. Panto jumps in as well. Sprawling to the side here from MOUZ as he tries to retreat, but he's caught by the reel in. He has got buyback available. The bottom racks are going to get cleaned up. They're going to be up against the mega creeps here, Beast Coast.
They were pinging Fountain for a second there. They're looking for a fight. They saw Zantic.
Oh, they get the opening onto Chrysalis. Lumpy getting the angle, but the BKB's up. Chrysalis immediately popping the battle chance, turns towards Whisper. Wants the refresher to be ready to go for round 2. They'll use a cookie to try and get Whisper away from Chrysalis. Chrysalis getting kited and controlled it pretty well. He's got the second charge of the BKB and the battle chance ready to go, and here it is. Over towards Pakey he goes. Toby's here with the backup. Has the black hole, drops it down onto Pake. Knowing if they can kill this Luna, there's no buyback left, but they couldn't quite. Pake, he's able to deal with the Satanic. He survives a little bit longer, but Lumpy's gone. Whisper's dead as well. They're moving in with the Dark Willow here as they'll clean up Pake. He's out for good. Zantic jump forward onto Elmisho. Maleficent from Toby. Elmisho out as well, as this is both cores. Lumpy and Pake gone without buyback.
He almost lived because of the Silver Edge. I thought it was a glimmer for a second, but I was like, wait, the supports don't have that. Silver Edge comes in, but the damage, it's enough, and we see their L1ga able to use his build as well, get the big damage for once from this Willow.
And onto the Ancient.
Close it out.
Elmisho's got buyback. It's just 3 versus 5. The supports, as I say, they've got a lot of right click. Is it going to be enough to push back the full 5-man of Liga? Jump ball from Zantic, catches the 2 backlines here with the Vortex. Whisper, he's out for good. MOUZ, he'll fall. The Ancient exposed as Liga will close up this game 1.
I'll get beast types of ways, but you're with SF and Slardar. There's going to be insane minus armor very quickly in the game. Roche dies in seconds too, so a strong draft that Liga's got for themselves. Beast Coast, a bit more of a risky one. Now, I haven't seen too much of the Magnus lately. I know Whisper does like to play it. It's rising in pubs a lot. But in terms of pro games, this hero can be a bit difficult to have a good lane, especially if you're versus Clockwork Shadow Fiend. That doesn't sound too easy for a Magnus by any means. Clock has been winning it so many of these games. 70% win rate, we saw it popped up there earlier before the game started. It's an annoying hero, and very pesky for something like Magnus. Keep him locked down inside the cogs. Battery Assault's always going to be very annoying in the lane too. Mid lane, let's see how Lumpy does.
Yeah, because this hero, Void Spirit, hasn't been too hot. We saw a great game the other day from Emo on it.
He pwned. He did own.
But other than that, not one that we're seeing a lot. And when we've been seeing it, it hasn't looked too hot.
Yeah. And this one, yeah, he can get the catch kind of stuff versus the puck. But I will say, like, Zantic can definitely play and dance around this. There's not really the greatest of... I mean, there's never really the greatest of these controls, it feels like, in a lot of these games, just these hard stuns to lock down the puck. But it's going to be up to Lumpy to do so. That's why they go for it, right? It's either Tiny or Void Spirit, as we've seen, as the only attempted answers to be that catch versus the puck. So we'll see how he ends up doing. Because the lane should be pretty good for Lumpy. He should come out of it quite ahead of it. Level 2 is about to be hit bottom. They're actually making the go onto Elmisho after he throws the brambles. Can he get himself away? Might be able to know that the wave is there. It's close. But he'll survive.
I'm just going to get the bramble onto Panto, but yeah, level 1 not really able to follow up with much from Whisper, just the shockwave.
Not pretty big that he survives there. That was their blood grenade attempt to make the move there. He was, I think, 1 or 2 creeps off from getting that 2 on Crystals for the extra minus armor, so couldn't quite close the gap.
Top lane. Good concoction onto Toby. That'll do it for first blood for Pake.
The edge power. It's a bit shocking how low they were able to get him off of that, though. Must have eaten a ton of harassment just under the acid spray. Yeah, he just got attacked like crazy under it, so not respecting that minus armor.
Bottom lane.
Show again.
Once more. He's going to be able to keep himself alive backing up onto the tower.
Skewer.
Now with the skewer from Whisper, they'll get Panto in. It's only going to tank the one hit.
They've got the blood grenade.
I'll have him. Drag him back with the shockwave. No amount of heals are going to save him as Panto goes down. Beast Coast getting these early kills.
And yeah, looking at Lumpy right now, he is absolutely dominating that lane.
Very solid start.
Yeah, I know Enchantress is, of course, like, incredible. I'm just still shocked at how the way that happened top. The way that they were able to bring down Toby that easily. Because this tends to be pretty decent for Slardars when you're playing versus Alk in particular, or most melees. So, good on them to be able to do so. Nice thing about Alk nowadays, though, is you get that, of course, bonus gold that you start with, so you can itemize and get these chainmails or these armor items a lot earlier than in the past. So that could be a bit of a difference maker as well. Or he can do very well versus something like a Slardar. And he's got phase boots actually already, so that Pig. Gonna be off to a very good start up here. It's gonna be difficult for them to pressure him probably then with the Slardar if the Ench is there. And he finds himself the mana burn creep, so yeah, MOUZ definitely gonna be setting up Pig for success up here versus that Slardar lane. All three farming very nicely.
Yeah, good start for Beast Coast. See if they can keep finding any of these kills in the side lanes.
I just have to keep, I'm like constantly looking at bottom. I think that's the lane for me to watch for these constant kills to come out. Either skewer back or cog plays and triple raises. Won't be able to finish off Whisper. Does have the raindrop finished off. Can absorb a decent amount of damage here. And they will get the range creep denied there, nice.
Which of these lanes would you say Liga's most likely to be able to strike back and get some sort of action themselves? Was it just kind of hard early game with their heroes now?
It's probably bottom still, yeah, like I was saying. Just the double raises plus the battery assault when they've got level 2 battery assault. Likely to see another go. There's definitely counterplay potential. They can always get that skewer once the cogs end under the tower if it ends up being too close to it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, look at the courier here. But Pake was able to get the delivery. I got the setup. Some decent damage down onto Toby. Shouldn't be able to kill him. Still good harassment here from both MOUZ and Pake. Keep the lane in a good spot for Pake.
Yeah, he should be fine. He's got the Lotus as well, too. We'll be able to pop down immediately. Alright, Pake phase Soul Ring. So 10 armor already in the laning phase versus a Slardar. Feels really good.
Mid. Very, very close there, but Lumpy keeping it cool. Still at the 1 charges.
Yeah, he's still owning that matchup. 23-4. Puck doing okay, though. Only about 150 gold differential actually between the two of them. Because we did see Lumpy went for raindrop, so...
He's playing it very well. He's going to get good timing on the level 6. And then Azantic does have to be a bit careful how he plays around, just in case Lumpy sees the chance to burst him.
Yeah, Power Rune, Enchantress grabbing a creep. They're both... All the supports are in preparation for this, rotating toward the mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Panto actually opted for level 2 cogs here. You used to see it almost every single game, but lately we've seen a lot more of level 2 battery assault with the damage threat.
Nice little bit of a cliff there from Whisper.
Instantly TPs to base, okay. Thought he was just going to TP to the tower, but maybe was feeling a bit threatened. Or wants to go elsewhere, I guess. Maybe wants to go make another move since SF maybe just wants to jungle soon. Up, Toby.
Still pretty beefy, but Lumpy's in with the backup. Jumps in, has the Revenant control and bursts through him with the Astral Step. Got the Dream Core down in response here. Zantic ready to capitalize on 1J's setup to find some kills in return as they take down Pake. A jump forward for MOUZ. Got another bit of burst with the Waning Rift, but the heals will keep MOUZ safe.
Beautiful bushwhack, but unable to get the secondary kill means it's not that big a deal. Alchemist top net worth by a significant margin now. 4,000 net worth on him. getting these kills, massive. It's pretty crazy how much that separation between him and the SF already is. Able to get this free farm in the lane. He can even purchase like Talisman of Evasion if he'd like to early, and it's pretty good versus the Slardar on the SF if he wants to do that before getting the Relic.
That could be tempting. It means that he's going to be able to continue to farm in the lanes and not really be scared of it much of a rotation from Liga.
Lumpy.
He's in with the jump. Is there anything Azante can do to help L1ga out? They got the bushwhack into the silence. Cogs down as well, but he'll find the kill. Lumpy gets another and gets out safely.
Playing this very nice. Love those two rotations from him. Pushing the limits. He was doing it on his Pango as well. Able to invade nicely. And definitely a good game for, potential Aghanims if he'd like to go down that route of versus the puck. They get the coil on him in mid.
And look at this wraparound at the same time top. They're trying to go for Toby here with the three, and then they get the concoction into the blood grenade. And we have a crush to hold back the center, and that will give him enough time to back out. And indeed, at the same time, Lumpy got jumped by the three of them there.
Yep, just got coiled. He was relatively low mana, gets hit by 2 cogs. Doesn't have any mana to jump away. A good grab. And yeah, look at all that stun. The battery assault, of course, but no, he got leashed into bushwhacked pretty much was the majority of it. So a 2K lead at the moment for the side of Beast Coast. Most of it being that Alchemist's gold, but Magnus also doing very well. Whisper, he didn't die in the lane, which is pretty big when you're playing versus SF Clockwork.
Lumpy came back down onto the map on the bottom to pick up some farm. Maybe with backup they can make a play happen. It's difficult. I mean, getting on top of this SF, I mean, what sort of move do you expect Beast Coast to try and put together to do this? Like, how do you pressure Crystallis early? Because he's having a pretty good start now, getting some good space.
They can with Lumpy. He has high burst damage, especially because they have this 3 points in Empower. The physical damage from Lumpy is going to be very high in this game. So can look to get that set up. I just think Crystallis is probably going to play that maximum efficiency, kind of get that farm going, shove the wave out. But they can absolutely look to hunt for him.
Well, good jukes here from Almisha. I've got the 4 of them on Beast Coast heading down towards this bottom lane.
Whisper's just having a very good time. Level 7, he's still able to sit in the lane and farm as a Magnus. Halfway to the blink. Crystallis will show himself for a second.
Got the shockwave for the setup. Panto's hiding in the trees, ready in case they do start diving in upon Crystallis.
He's got the Requiem ready to be revved up. Whisper can't actually commit forward there. And yeah, Peik, he did buy the Talisman. So we'll have that extra bit of resistance, in particular versus the starter early, but he's just going to finish the Radiance in jungle, so won't actually go back to lane probably. But it's going to be good timing, that Radiance. But things have started to stabilize a little bit. We see it Xantic, now that he's able to farm these stacks after he got the kill on the Void Spirit. He's actually pulled ahead of Lumpy. All important for these pucks. Though.
Proving to be quite tricky, really, for MOUZ and Whisper to get on top of these heroes, especially even just the support clock Panto. Quite annoying with these cogs.
Yeah, it might just
for Whisper to step up.
It has to either be a rotation from Lumpy or the Blink Dagger from the Mag to get on top of Crystallis. And do see the rotation from Lumpy. It's going to run into a support again.
It's going to be off the mark with the Remnant. And will allow the chance for L1ga to get the bushwhack off, but the Shadow Realm hit will finish him. They're still keeping that little bit of an edge here, Beast Coast. 2K lead.
It's all the Alch. Literally, completely that net worth is the Alchemist. Stacks are being made from the Magnus also, so I've been seeing Whisper get those prepared on top of having that max in power. His Blink is coming soon.
Yeah, really want to keep this pressure on this bottom tower. Make sure the Crystallis doesn't feel too safe to continue farming. I mean, at the moment, Crystallis is getting away with it each and every time.
Peik has Radiance. Once it comes out on the courier, he's got the gold for it finished up, and it's not like some naked one. It's a phase soul ring into Radiance too, and Whisper's Blink's pretty much going to be in synergy with it. Definitely feel like they can start to apply some pressure versus Liga.
And Crystallis still trying to draw the attention off the tier 1, but this time round, Beast Coast, they'll be able to finish it off with the pressure. Whisper takes the tower, and indeed the Blink Dagger is going to be out for him.
Super good timing. And yeah, he keeps pinging his stacks. He's like, guys, there's stacks all over the place as well for us to keep that farm going. Same thing on the side of Liga. They are getting a lot of those. But when you have your Magnus with Empower, it always feels very nice to be able to clear those at that faster frequency. And there's that Radiance. It's a very early one.
Really good timings from Beast Coast across the board so far.
Yeah, it's a very ideal one for him to have. And yeah, and the fact that Whisper is just able to get a blink at that timing is huge. Toby gonna go more of a greedy route, gonna go down that Echo Saber.
Quick and easy jump here on the mid, 1J. Very easily dealt with by Lumpy at this point. Has to be careful farming around these areas. Just more gold for the Void Spirit. That's the side. They're also starting to tease around the Panto. They're able to jump in. He'll get the hook shot off. Green gold down onto the two of them as well. The Panto's gone. Chrysalis trying to step up with the raises.
Nice illusion.
But Lumpy is able to jump away. In fact, he's ready to jump back in because Whisper's in with the Blink RP. Chrysalis will get skewered to the side. Still able to rev up the Requiem if he wants to. He'll hold back on it. It's enough just to scare a Beast Coast off. Beast Coast continuing to get these trades, taking down these big kills, killing off the puck.
And nice play from Lumpy, holding on to the illusion. The silence comes in. It was a nice play from Exantic to blanket it, but yeah, illusion gets popped. There's no follow-up. Great rotations. Yeah, playing very fast with this light up. And Alk is just running away with the farm. No pressure on Pig whatsoever. And Toby yet to really get involved aggressively. And with him going Echo as well, you know, they're not going to have that initiation that comes from off lane. Yes, they have a puck, which gives them natural initiation from their lane, but it's going to be weird for Toby to kind of walk in with an Echo versus a Radiance Alk and versus this tanky Void Spirit in the mid-game fights. See if that Echo does pay off. It does feel like he needs Blink immediately afterwards, but we shall see.
Yeah, this Agnim's timing for Lumpy is going to be very hard for Liga to deal with.
1700 HP on the Void Spirit. Their damage, it's mostly, I mean, the damage to be able to rip through the Void Spirit's got to come from the SF.
Lumpy's in.
Xantic. It's too tanky. Can't throw the coil, don't have the follow-up.
Yeah, especially with this regen in the bottle.
Yeah.
Lumpy very, very strong. Just 800 gold away from having the Ags.
Crazy timings. Pressure in the mid tower here too. Yeah, look at that
smoked
stack.
up Liga. They want to try and find some sort of action, maybe bait to play from Beast Coast and turn it round.
They want to use Toby. Because he's kind of just been sitting on the side farming. I think they are realizing that the pace of this game is not going well for them with the way this Alchemist is just doing whatever he wants.
Drop the Dream Coil. See if they've got enough control. The silence into the bushwhack and the sharpshooter. It's a clean kill there from Liga. It's a big one as well. Taking Lumpy out.
They ideally want to get a tower out of it, but unlikely that they can actually pressure onto mid. I think Pake also farmed, was a 5-stack. He actually has Manta. I literally look at the gold. It's like a normal game. I mean, this is the Cinnering Classic that he used to say, you know, when it's an Alchemist game. He literally is that 5k difference that they have at the moment. Crazy timings he's hitting. And now, I mean, with the Manta, he can look to get involved if he'd like to. Micho.
We'll get the Shadow Realm off. They're caught by the bushwhack, lining up the raises. And a kick from the Clockwork, smashing his cogs across. And will get the pick off. They're still finding some sort of scraps here and there, Liga, when it comes to getting these kills, but overall just not able to slow down that momentum and slow down this Alchemist from Pake in particular.
Level 14 on him too.
He's getting so much.
Getting just so, I mean, the stacks that they've been making too, they just had a crazy amount of them. They're swinging toward mid. Whisper with the blink. Pake wanting to force something here. He also wants to get a bit of this tower advantage with these timings that he's got. Panto?
It's got to be careful. I mean, if Whisper wants, he can find a quick grab with the blink skewer. If Liga step up.
He wants a bigger target. He doesn't want to show himself. He wants to see a core, potentially.
Oh, there it is. Aghanim's timing. 16 minutes in. Still a solid one here for Lumpy.
Very fast. And overall for Xantic, that's going to be, I mean, that's going to make some big problems for him. But not only just him, for everybody. It is very annoying when these Void Spirits are able to get it this early, and he gets a power rune, and he's empowered because of that Magnus. haven't seen an Alchemist have this free of a game in a while.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lumpy. Just gonna get the jump. Is there any backup or help for Panto? They are sort of hovering around. In fact, Panto, he's thinking about turning. Comes back in with a hook shot. Got the bushwhack as well, but whispers in, gets the skewer off over towards 1J, dragging him back towards the rest of the team. TPing in, the fear thrown down over towards Crystalis. 1J still alive. It's actually a three-man dream core jumping from Azantic. The fear as well coming in for the Requiem. Have they got enough damage to finish anyone off, though? They don't have anything close to it. And now, Beast Coast, they're ready to start running at Liga. So even Liga, with this team fight combo here of the ultimates, they just can't quite get the kills at the moment, and they're only going to lose lives themselves. So both supports will get taken out by Beast Coast and by Pake in particular, turning up and getting that bonus and pushing himself continuously towards these incredibly fast item timings. The BKB is only about 800 gold away from having it on top of this Radiance Manta, just 18 minutes in.
Absurd timings that he's hitting. The puck coil catches 3. Requiem kind of from the sidelines catches a couple, but it's nowhere near enough to bring down these heroes. And that's before Pipe comes out too. Whisper is approaching that. This game is looking pretty difficult for League unless they somehow are going to be able to find this Alchemist soon. It's just getting far too much.
Yeah, they need this Blink Dagger on Toby ASAP, just so they have a chance of getting in and just focusing down one of the big core targets.
Panto will die again, and the other thing too is Alchemist has hit 15. So he actually has the Acid Spray grants armor to allies too, which is going to counteract pretty nicely versus the Slaughter and the SF inside those mid-fights.
Yeah, he's massive. They can just go pushing for these tier 2s now.
The fact that he's almost level 16 as well. Sometimes Al can be a little bit under-leveled on top of how much farm the gold that he has, but yeah, he's ahead in levels, ahead in gold. How do you slow them down? You don't have Glyph, your tier 2 is falling.
And the base defense is going to be difficult when it comes down to it. Highly likely very early this game because of how easily Beast Coast can kind of just tear you out of it. Whisper, he'll drag you out of the base pretty easy, and Lumpy, he'll be ready to dive in. They've got Crystalis over by the Ancients. TPs are coming in. They're trying to do what they can to be able to back him up and help him out. The coil's down. Crystalis, he's still alive. He's getting pushed back by the fear. He's going to live. They turn take the Whisper. Here's the concoction from Pake, though, coming in. Allows them to finish up the job, take down Crystalis. Panto getting blocked off to the side as Liga try and turn up, get something in response to the Shadow Fiend being jumped. They get Whisper, but they still lose the SF plus Panto once again.
He lived quite a bit longer than I'd anticipated him to with the jump from Azantic, but oh no, it didn't end up mattering. This is too much. This Alchemist is such a farmed Alchemist.
He's nearly doubling that of the net worth of any of the cores elsewhere in the game.
And Toby has Blink now at this point, but blinking into a Manta BKB Radiance Alchemist, it's suicide.
Yeah, good luck with that. Pake having a pretty incredible game just from the setup in the lane.
And now they have auras. They're going to have Pavis or Solar Crest plus that pipe from their Magnus, while on the side of Liga, they don't have a hero that goes auras. They picked a Slaughter. This is a hero that you itemize for yourself, as we talked about it a couple times, so it's going to be difficult for them inside of those fights when you're behind to even survive.
And Lumpy, amplified damage rune in the bottle, ready for the next play. Azantic, there were some pings. It did seem like there were away areas around here, but he'll get up with the TP back to the safety of his base. Has the shard now.
Yeah, Lumpy's just going down the Manta route also, universal, so he's going to be able to have the Dispel versus either Corrosive, he's going to have the Dispel versus the Silence. The momentum is there for them. They can even look to back up and slow down to go for something like a Roche if they'd like to, but right now, just looking to continue the aggression. All 3 tier 2s.
Yeah, 21 minutes in.
With an Alchemist.
This much at the map.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, looking pretty unstoppable right now, Beast Coast.
And Liga, they don't have a skewer. You know, they don't have a tusk kick or anything like that. So overall, for them defending high guard, it's not easy.
And Lumpy, it's going to chase down 1J. He's able to jump down to the low ground with the sharpshooter. Whisper will close in upon him. Ooh, okay, why not? You know what? He doesn't need it to kill anyone else with how far ahead the team is. He'll drop an RP for that pesky hoodwink.
Hey, they know. Yeah, they know how far ahead they are. This is a beautifully executed. I mean, no mistakes so far, feels like, from Beast Coast. Great vision that they've set up also to go for this secured Roche. And it's Antic just continues to have to. He's gonna go Parasma, but this is a game where he's caught by one spell, one of these lumpy silences, and he's just dead. They're gonna try to go for the play around this here. This is not an easy approach, but they're probably feeling like they just have to contest this.
Oh,
Get the pause going. All right.
Okay. Reason. No reason.
Okay, no reason.
Never mind.
Rockets up. Hoodwink respawning. They need to catch like a 5-man coil Requiem. Something along these lines. Alchemist is level 18.
Oh, they're going to be able to quickly kill off L1ga, but now the counterplay comes in. Lumpy jumps over straight on the Panda. The Bushwhack will catch on to the 2 cores, but Panda's just burning out. Whisper in with the skewer back. They'll be able to take down the clock, turn towards the Zantic and be able to jump out of the side, but they'll find him still. MOUZ takes him out with the final right click, and indeed Crystallis caught by the fear as well. They'll surround him, wrap around, in on top of the Shadow Fiend. He's out.
That's likely it.
It's looking rough, folks.
There's nothing they can do. Requiem literally, I don't think it hit a single hero. I think it did. I don't know, maybe it did. I missed it.
I don't know. We'll probably be able to get a replay of it.
It looked like it hit nothing. Either way, it was a desperation attempt. They know this game, it's just out of control.
Yeah, just nothing has really gone Liga's way this game.
No, I think the lanes needed to just go much better. Like Toby dying at that early level, Bottom never getting any kills on Whisper. They needed to get more out of these lanes with their draft. Beast Coast just cruised. How many? Can we actually take a quick look at how many stacks they had? Like the fact that Beast Coast was able to kind of sit back with Magnus maxing in power, Alk just sitting back and farming. And they had 21 stacks, and they weren't punished for it. It kind of tells the tale. Liga got to bring something better if they're going to play versus an Alchemist lineup.
Right, we'll check the replay. Here you go, just for you. Just to see exactly what happened indeed to Crystallis in this fight.
He just can't do anything. This is bullying. One attack, and oh yeah!
Hey, he got 2 of them.
With 2 souls hitting the Magnus. You're right.
Not a lot it feels that Liga can do right now. This game too, quite the painful one.
And cool to see another RP thrown, single target found. Toby. Farewell.
Beast Coast.
He's actually making them work because he's got this extra armor.
They're not even going to bother putting any extra effort into chasing him down. They're like, all right, whatever, we can't kill you, it's fine, we'll let you live.
I mean, Gossamer kept coming into play as well.
Pete.
I guess they didn't have the 2 main damage dealers, but...
They're ready to push on now with the full AC on Pake. Already well on the way to starting going in towards the Basher.
What's his GPM looking like? 900 or 890.
This keeps up, should be able to break the 1,000. One more solid team fight and take it down the base. He'll be up there.
With the Sages, definitely feels like they are going to force that push here. They know how much stronger they are at the moment than Liga. Liga does have Wombo combo, but not the easiest to execute when you're at this deficit and into BKB.
Oh, there we go. Up to the tier 3. What are they going to do, Liga? How do they stop this? Fortification, Whisper, he's waiting at the side. He's ready if anybody steps up to try and drag them out with a skewer.
Can't threaten this Alk right now.
They can't touch him. He's just onto the barracks, 25 minutes in. What are you going to do?
Watch, that's what. Well, free melee Rex, back up, finish up another item. Basher about to be coming up for him too. And they still have 3 minutes of Aegis to play around.
By 20 seconds, they'll have RP back up as well.
This is going to take some crazy stuff.
Smoke out from Liga. They're going to try.
Into the Aegis. You can feel that desperation. Parasma's finished for Xantic too. He's got the shard.
And Pake's pretty much got Basher as well.
Yeah.
Xantic's in. There's a Dream Call onto 2. And there's going to be Toby jumping in as well, but Azantic's immediately dead. Amisha's able to get the fear off onto the both of them. They couldn't even quite kill the Dark Willow. Crystallis out, no buybacks on these cores. Lumpy runs down at 1J. I think they might just tap out this game too. Beast Coast. It's going to feel pretty good for them. I reckon they're going to be feeling like, look at your Liga. You're not quite so hard now where you don't have your Naga Siren and your Enigma. It's certainly a whole lot easier for Beast Coast when they're able to take that away from them, as it seems. This game too. Liga, they just didn't really get to do anything.
They didn't. The lanes did not go how they needed them to go to be able to actually play versus this lineup.
Let's see, they're going to have one last final attempt. And trying to slow them down here as Beast Coast continue to push on to the final set of barracks here. Jump forward from Toby. The concoction's ready to put the fortification. Lumpy very, very low, but of course still has this Aegis even if they get him the once. I'll take it out of him.
Pig just standing his ground. No cares whatsoever.
Yeah, just looking for those mega creeps.
27 minutes.
No Toby for 35. 1J just walks up and dies.
The squirrel walks in, gets beaten.
That's a three-man dream coil. Hook shot in as well. But mega creeps are out. Can they at least kill Pake?
Nope.
My chemical rage keeping it fight. Still have the BKB ready to press if he needs to. Crystal is getting jumped by Lumpy. He's not even going to make it back to the fountain. The Astral Step comes in and finally they'll tap out. GG is called. What a game 2 here from Beast Coast. They made Liga look completely helpless.
An absolute beatdown to the later stages, of course, but maybe Xantic felt like he can have that coverage. They have the Shadow Demon too, which can be pretty nice in terms of just, you know, getting the setup and control for your Kunkka and get these saves if they overcommit. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think it is going to be on the coattails of Xantic how this game ends up going down for me. He owned the other day on Quap, like absolutely dumpstered. So I really like the build that he went the other day too. He went just straight all magic damage, right? He went Kaya, or Dagon, Kaya, Veil, straight to that Shivas. I feel like we could see a similar build for him. And if he's able to pop off, I think that will be the way that they control tempo and shut down this Beast Coast draft. But definitely not an easy case when you are playing versus Void Spirit, Visage, a lot of strong early tempo that they've set them up with to be able to ensure that they get to later stages of Morph. But yeah, let's see. Execution's going to be key.
See if they get anything but the smoke move. I have the high ground. They're just sort of behind them here, but
They see Crystallis, they have the ward.
Indeed, so they know something's up there. They're not going to get caught out by this Beast Coast.
Whisper, maybe considering even going into fight.
Oh, they're going to try and start some action moves. He's going to get the cogs dropped down. It's caused kind of the three of them to get trapped in the midst of this all. A lot of damage coming out from Beast Coast as Lumpy is going to be able to secure first blood. They might just be able to get Toby as well. They do. Double kill for Lumpy. I mean, last game, Foggy had a pretty good time on the Void Spirit. This game round, he's starting off with a double.
And I believe at least one of those soul assumptions did get the bonus gold, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even both did. They may have both actually gotten it. So a huge lead. And yeah, Lumpy off to a start. When you wanted Xantic to have a pop-off game in the mid, ends up getting a double kill against him. It's definitely a good response there for Beast Coast. Great setup. Perfect cogs. We'll lose El Micho there. A bit of a mess up there.
Liga able to quickly get themselves on the board with the kills. But yeah, this mid lane definitely the big struggle here for Xantic. Can he still, as you say, have this incredible time with Lumpy having that sort of a leg up to start this game?
It's going to be at least for me, the lane to watch. Bottom, it's going to be a lot of kills, probably that end up going down because of the continuous spam that comes from these soul assumptions from the early items that Whisper got. But the one important thing was that Crystallis didn't die in the start of that river play, so he has 10 stick charges as he arrives to the lane pretty much. Sorry, 9. So it does have that little extra of heal. He also has the Marcio, I assume, is going to buy extra regen ASAP. So of course it's a bad start for the side of Liga, but Crystallis getting those 10 stick charges is going to be nice.
And considering the lanes, you know, this top lane, is there any chance that Pake can get caught off guard early as the morph, or?
It would have to be a big mistake.
Sure.
Either he gets caught from like a Tidebringer, a poison from a side, or something like that. If anything, could see 1J die. Speaking of 1J.
They're getting the jump in onto him, and indeed they'll be able to find him. So Pake getting a kill out of this lane.
I feel like this is a lane where Toby just wants to play mostly just farm. If you get a kill on the Clockwork or something, it's great, but this is one where you should just get great farm on the Kunkka, because it's not easy for a Morphling to pressure in most occasions. But yeah, Morph getting a kill. Nice and early. Also to point out, he did go high tide, so probably wanting to try to apply pressure rather than going for the Blossom. What is it called? Grog Blossom? I always forget, but whatever. This one usually just tells you want to be much more aggressive in lane, and you feel that you can just attempt to bully a little bit. So yeah, Toby should have an infinitely better time than that last game. Mid, we are seeing it Xantic, even though he was playing versus that double kill of Lumpy right now. He is having a slight edge in the lane in terms of CS. But now Lumpy's got a bracer, so it does have a little bit more of that damage to secure these extra last hits. Bottom.
And they're in on top of Crystallis. It's going to take quite the damage on the way out here. They're looking for him with the Shadow Realm hit. He's got the South pumping. Can they at least cancel that? It will, but Crystallis already got quite a lot of heals out of it. Now the two of them are trying to turn towards L1ga.
And they should have him with the next
Crystallis is still being very careful. I mean, Panto went for this kill. He is going to get out with the stick charges.
Oh.
Crystallis does get in and get it, but
Whisper.
he will die for this. Whisper getting the cleanup. Panto, can he take out Whisper?
He might be able to. There's no soul assumptions.
Oh.
Close. A pull.
He's got it. All right, Panto comes out on top.
That was some sick little individual, like going around the fog plays and stuff like that. You could see the Willow was trying to get the vision of the Luna, but great play coming out from L1ga there to get this kill. And they bring the double raindrops immediately as soon as they respawn.
On top. Great cogs here from MOUZ. Might go down for this, but may have set up for Pake to find some kills. He's going to waveform forward. Can he find 1J? He can't.
Not quite. Might get turned on.
I'll chase him down here as he tries to shift.
He has got the stick on the ferry. He should be fine.
And MOUZ trying to give his life there to get some action, but doesn't pay off this time.
Yeah, bottom lane now. At this point, they should be able to withstand at least decently. Probably I see one more set of regen maybe for the Marcy, but they've got these raindrops to at least withstand a good amount of that pressure for the next few moments. His lane position is not great right now, so Panto trying to reset that. And yeah, mid. Now we're seeing Lumpy once he gets that bracer afterwards too with the bottle that he was getting pretty much handed after those first two kills. Is pulling ahead in the CS. And Pake overall, he's not free farming. I actually think he was going to be able to get a little bit more of that free farm in this lane, but Toby's doing a good job with his angles of the Tidebringer. Misho, way too deep. Can he actually get himself out of this?
Rebounds off the mark. Lumpy is swinging over as well.
That's why.
Brambles back up. Chris turns with the elusive beam. Will get a kill out of this. Can he get out? The Dispose holds back Lumpy. That's going to be enough to get the space for Crystallis to escape alive.
Nice Lotus. I think that plus the raindrop allows him to survive a very deep, aggressive dive from the Willow. And Xantic capitalizing on that immediately. Going to start hitting the tower.
Absolutely. Early rotation, of course, from Lumpy. Doing this before level 6.
Oh, he might lose his courier. Whoopsie. That'll happen. TP to fill up the bottle. Wanting to enable Lumpy at the least. Oh, okay. I was like, okay. He didn't pass it over quick, but he did.
Well, it looks like things are settling down for Pake up top.
Yeah.
He's catching back up in farm now. After a bit of a slower start, as you say, than you'd expect.
And MOUZ is MOUZ is playing pretty aggressively on this clockwork. Gonna go scout out information, maybe check out these stacks since he's playing versus a Shadow Demon. He wants to block them out, so he'll block Ancients, and he's gonna go to check this top rune. And it's gonna be bottom. Panto gets it. Has a regen running, should be fine. MOUZ though.
Oh, they'll drop the Sonic Wave for him.
Oh, okay. I thought they would save that for one of the bigger kills, but Xantic just wants to get a little bit of an advantage. Lumpy. More than fine. Can even potentially go for this kill.
He will. Yeah, Panto tanking tower hits. That gives Lumpy the chance to just turn with the combo burst through him. Xantic, he's got a blink. Only just able to get away.
Did Panto, Panto thought he was stronger or something because he had reach? I don't know. That was a bit strange. Just walking in, tanking. Just gives Lumpy a free kill. And Toby.
He's got this Pake.
Oh, what a play. That's a solo kill from a Morph. That is not supposed to happen.
Look at this move bottom. And Panto and Crystallis going to go aggressive on a Whisper, but MOUZ and now Misho, they're here with the backup.
Crystallis, careful.
MOUZ is able to catch the two of them in the cogs. Crystallis, can he at least get Whisper? He can, but it's going to cost him his life. 1J turns up, sees if they, L1ga can get something more from this. They'll get MOUZ, but Crystallis going down.
At least gets a kill before he does get dropped down there, but constant aggression. I mean, we're getting one of those games where we're getting kills every minute, or 2 kills every minute in particular. Wisdom Rune can't go for the contest, Panto. But Panto's level 6 now because he's been able to get the XP from those kills. So even though he died mid, He comes in and now he's higher level than Crystallis is. So pretty high, I mean super high level 5 position Marcy. So Unleash is online. This could catch Whisper a bit off guard, the fact that he's got it so early.
Wants to get the jump in here, Panto.
Whisper is about to hit 6 though, so Familiars, they're about to be
He wants to go
also.
for this play indeed. There's jumps
so
in onto
early.
Almishon. Completely destroys him. Let's see if Whisper can get the kill in return. He can't. Panto able to back off safely.
Yeah, it's crazy how early he's able to get that 6. But at this moment though, Pake is being left alone top and he's doing just fine. He's trading, he's shutting down the farm of Toby even, so. And this pick definitely working out for the moment. So always good signs for the Morphling team when he's having this good of a start in the laning phase. Lumpy. We'll get another bottle refill. And yeah, definitely some limited type of catch and control that we'll have to watch from Liga versus both this Void Spirit and Morphling as game progresses. And we do see L1ga gets the sentry down. Now we'll be able to stop the prevention of the stacks, but MOUZ did work. He blocked both of those camps and he even took out the obs ward that they had earlier.
Dire are scanning.
Sonic Wave at the ready. Arcane Rune on Azantic.
They want to try and get Whisper again. Azantic blinks in aggressively, looking for Whisper. Won't get the connection, and now they just turn straight towards him. They got him grabbed with the Remnant. Azantic will blink back up just in time.
He's
The
dead.
Shadow Realm hit, snipes him. Elmisha able to take him down. Chris is trying to fight back with the Eclipse, but he can't even kill off MOUZ. MOUZ backs away. Panto trying to hold in
Pink's
position
here.
Lumpy, but they cannot finish the Void Spirit. Chrysalis has to run, hide in the trees. The Remnant not going to clip onto Panto. He's into the trees. A Curse Crown laid down upon him. Beast Coast, they'll continue to hunt down the Marcy.
Crystallis.
Waiting for him from Pake. They take him out. Another Shadow Realm hit. Brings Crystallis low. Won't quite kill him. The fight continuing under the tier 1 towers. They do manage to at least find Whisper in return. They've got the disruption set up, but MOUZ is back into the cogs. Traps Toby. Lumpy still surviving. Same to be said for MOUZ throughout it all. Finally, they'll kill MOUZ. The Sonic Wave does manage to just clip Lumpy, as they'll get a bit of a cleanup with Azantic turning back up to the fight at the end of it all.
Who ends up ahead out of this? I actually have no idea, because I actually end up thinking it comes out kind of even because everybody ends up going bottom. And the Visage Soul Assumptions kind of add up, even though Azantic gets a bit advantage. The Visage gets some big kills. Ah, it was wild. Literally like 12 heroes appear bottom. Azantic will probably be the happiest out of it, even though he ended up dying at the start of everything.
It was a rough
he gets a
start
good cleanup.
To the play here, you know, Azantic blinks him very aggressively. Feels strong, of course, with the low cooldown thanks to the Arcane Rune, but ends up just taking so much damage and, of course, dying to this last hit.
They were super ready for him. Like, they were so ready for this move that was going to come out as both teams were making the same go. And it persisted for, what, 60 seconds or something like that, 45 seconds?
Yeah, at least long enough for Azantic to respawn and get some of the cleanup kills after dying first in the fight.
Panto? It's pretty dead. And L1ga also walks in.
Okay. I mean, they're trying to fight back, but the fear catches on towards Azantic. Will manage to blink out in time, but as he both supports
And
will
Crystallis.
suffer.
Oh, they're now just steamrolling.
They are. 4K gold lead now for Beast Coast.
Overall, with their lineup, too, they're not really very cooldown reliant. While on the side of Liga, they are. You know, in that last bottom fight, it's like Boat, Sonic Wave. They use quite a lot to be able to win that, well, trade in that fight. And it's not even like a big kind of win or anything. It's a trade, literally. So Beast Coast can keep accelerating things without that disparity of cooldowns. And they find 3 huge kills.
I've got the setup onto Lumpy. What sort of follow-up do they have? The rebound.
He's got the sim, and he should be fine.
MOUZ, he's just going to charge in, by the looks of it, take the attention away so that Lumpy has chance to escape completely.
I think Lumpy was, whatever.
Sure, he looked like he was out anyway.
Whatever.
I think MOUZ was worried about the threat of like the X mark coming in, but indeed, he did kind of run in at a point where, yeah, Lumpy was already out of there.
A true 5 position.
He was.
Sacrificing himself.
Gives his life even when not necessary.
Look at this move bottom. They still have that deep ward that was placed earlier from the attempted snipe on Crystallis. This isn't getting Pake involved too.
Has he got any way out of this, Crystallis?
That's his 4th death.
He does not. It really is the fact as well that Pake, you know, both of these games, his high amount of activity, it's been insane. On the Alchemist and now on the Morphling, he does not shy away from any sort of action that he knows he can get involved in. It's looking fantastic.
It is. The fact that he was able to get a solo kill on Toby was pretty nuts. And beastcoast just continuing this pressure.
They're just running at them, and it's working perfectly.
Look at the 29 kills to 12 minutes, and they won another one.
They just keep going. Look at the boats off Toby, gives him a bit of protection, but he's still having to run. L1ga tries for the TP out. 1J will be able to put a stop to it with the destruction, but he's absolutely going to die for this 1J. Sure, they get the kill onto L1ga, but it's another kill for Lumpy.
Why is Liga choosing to go for these fights versus Visage? The Visage is getting so much gold from these soul assumptions. It's going to be a pipe coming up pretty soon, too. Toby, looking for another catch.
I feel strong because he has Crystallis by his side with the Eclipse, but Toby's dead.
And Crystallis potentially,
they chose to fight into this. Crystallis is in trouble. The rebound comes out from Panto. He has to unleash. Crystallis has to run. It's a nice one. Straight down the midst of them all. It's bringing MOUZ down low. Lumpy bursts over with the Dissimilate. Panto gets the double. He's not going to live though. The Astral Step pops him as Lumpy jumps on the way out. Azantic, can he finish off this Void Spirit? Lumpy's pretty tanky.
Pretty fine. All right, at least they get some type of trade kills. It costs them. They have to use all these ults to run it, and they don't even get another big win. The skirmishing is just, it's going way better for beastcoast in pretty much every single one of these occasions.
Hey. It's going to turn into the Shadow Demon, see if he can make any sort of play happen here. He can't. 1J is able to get out.
Oh, and you're absolutely right about how aggressive he is playing, though.
Yeah, dude, this morph is insane, but it's the good insane. It really is.
Yeah.
Pake, he's looking fantastic today. So we've not really had the pleasure of ourselves casting any of the Beast Coast games, but this guy in the carry, he's looking amazing.
And look, Beast Coast, they're understanding how strong they are and how fast they can play.
Yeah.
Because the tempo from their lineup, it doesn't require any downtime. The downtime for Liga, they need Quap ult, or they need the boat, or they need this Eclipse. I mean, Crystallis, I don't think he wants to get involved at all anymore. I mean, but they need some type of ult to be able to turn stuff.
This is the big one as well. Now, Lumpy, he's got the Aghanims. So you throw an Aghanim's Void Spirit into the mix. I mean, it's going to start getting pretty messy if it hasn't already.
Yeah. They're trying to get response kills, but Beast Coast is here.
There it is. Aghanims, 14 minutes in, as you say, level 12 Void Spirit.
Craziness.
You cannot fight into this.
But they have to somehow force something to get some space for Crystallis, because he has no space on the map at all. So I can maybe understand why they are looking for some fights, maybe, but I think they have to do it on other side of the map or somewhere on the opposite position of where this Luna is, because Crystallis just has no space to farm. He's just getting hunted constantly.
Now Lumpy gets the opening. I mean, Crystallis has got to run. He might not even make it out. The familiar stun's coming and holding him back. See the jump over from Azantic. He tries to get involved in the fight, but he gets caught by the fear, pushed him back into the cogs. See if they can turn and take down MOUZ. They'll get one.
It's a boat and an Eclipse to kill the Clockwork. It's something at the least. But not what you wanted.
I mean, Lumpy's ready to go back in again. You see him sort of hovering around the side of the fight, seeing if he catches any squishy heroes.
They are actually pressuring bottom because I think the glyph was used, right? The glyph was used. They're like, oh, we can just push this tier 2.
It's 15 minutes in.
This is a crazy pace they're setting.
This is going to be one of the faster tier 2s we've seen taken down this tournament.
Faster, especially with a Morphling lineup. It's 15 minutes in. They have 21 kills. And it's the Morphling who's getting involved in a decent amount too. It's Toby.
They're going to get the drag back onto him outside of the base. We'll see if the rest of the team can bail him out of this one. Get out to the side. Defensive disruption. He'll be able to step back.
Big. Not feeling threatened at all. Goes for a waveform aggressively forward, and now he's got the Manta done. Couldn't even bring him down the once pre-Manta. This last pick, it's looking beautiful, and their play is looking, to be honest, even more beautiful. Just love the way that they're just running at them. I mean, Liga is deciding to fight back into it, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Crystal's got a little bit of space to get at least, like, I think 2 creep camps of farm. But immediately back to business for Beast Coast.
MOUZ is on the hunt. I don't quite catch them here. Crystallis and Azantic just kind of chilling together up here.
Another tier 2. It's in jeopardy.
I mean, they've hit the scan, but the scan, it's only on a Clockwork. So even if Liga make the play here, it's 3 heroes.
They're losing their tier 2. How many times do you want to kill MOUZ? He's already got 7.
I mean, MOUZ is like, I don't even care. He's like, whatever. We took your tier 2. It's what 2 cores. They're looking for that play. Just killing the clockwork. Beastcoast, they don't care whatsoever about that.
I'm thankful they didn't use one of the big ultis, though. They didn't use the Sonic Wave, they didn't use the Eclipse, so they can potentially, if they catch someone completely off guard, get another kill here, but Beastcoast all rotating over. Liga's got to get out of here. Oh, Crystallis can even get out.
He's got to probably just hope for a lucky TP and hope that nothing clips him. Okay, he's got the boost up here from Panto.
They went the wrong way. Misho and Lumpy went right. MOUZ was right on target, though.
And Whisper, he's still hunting. And Crystallis will get out. Panto is probably going to be played around with here by Whisper and the Familiars. A slow and very likely painful death here for the Marcy. As MOUZ is ready to ensure that there's no escape for Panto.
Oh, in the meanwhile, though, while Crystallis is having to run away, Pake able to do whatever he pleases. Pops the Manta, farms a couple creep camps in mid, connects to his team, and now it looks like they're going to go for Roche.
Yeah, they're just getting everything so early this game.
I love
18 minutes in.
I love how they're just running at them, like, really, for the most part of this game. The lead is starting to shift a little bit. It's down to that 4K. But when you have a Morphling with a 3,500 gold lead over your Luna, you're feeling it in an incredible position, and I'm sure Pake is feeling it.
Yeah, he knows how strong he is this game.
Yep.
One of the reasons that we know that he knows that is because he spent more than half the game on Liga's side of the map.
Yes, that's very true.
And they haven't been able to do anything about it.
And Lumpy, just an absolute menace. Nearly has his Manta. There's just no way to get enough setup to catch this Void Spirit.
I try and jump with the burst, but doesn't even get Lumpy down to half HP.
These last couple of Void Spirits we've been seeing have honestly be taking over. Emo and Lumpy now.
Yeah, I don't think did we cast any of the games where they lost, personally? I don't think so. What was happening in those Void Spirit games? Yeah, the ones we've seen him come through on this mainstream, he's looked fantastic.
Xantic has pretty decent timing of burst now. The Veil, the Kaya, the Dagon, and he got the Whispers of the Dread. So it does have some insane burst that could catch some of these heroes off guard.
Into the pipe of Whisper, though, it's tough.
It is. They are going to try with this timing, though. They have the Crimson as well on the Kunkka. See what they can find. Because they do, when their team fight, when all their ults come together, it can be strong. It's just the deficit of gold can maybe make up for that. Can definitely make up for that with how strong Beast Coast can be in skirmishes.
Liga looking for the wraparound. Look at the quick jump on Misho.
Good pop. Beast Coast positioning themselves up on this high ground here. Pake has Aegis, so still feels confident to play around here.
Now they're going for the Tormentor. They might try and interrupt this.
Rocket to scout.
Pake's in. They're going to try and put a stop. They get the big jump from Lumpy across them all with the Astral Step. He's going to chase down 1J. 1J trying to turn. He gets focused. Does get healed up. 1J's able to live. It's back to the base. Xantic, he's caught by the hook shot though. They got enough lockdown. They don't. Xantic able to get the blink off in time. They'll manage to all retreat back to their high ground. But indeed, the Tormentor finished off by Beast Coast.
Definitely a bit of a bold attempt there from Liga to go for that when they are versus a Clockwork, and all the Beast Coast was just right there. Pake turning into the Queen of Pain, pushing the limits to try to go forward. Somehow they will survive, though.
Beast Coast needs to check the time. It's 21 minutes. There's Wisdom Rune as well ready for them, and they will. Lumpy's going to be able to grab that. So tier 2, all tier 2's gone. 21 minutes in.
And they've only lost one tower. And pretty much zero, actually never mind, not zero damage, but yeah, not too much damage on the other ones as they are all gathered, everyone back up.
Well, they could go again. See if they can try and catch someone outside the base. They've got the full BKB, still at 2.5 minutes on the Aegis.
Full BKB? Oh my god, full BKB. Jeez, Pake is just enormous. 4,000 difference between him and that Luna.
Yeah, they're gonna swing through the Twin Gates and see who they can catch farming this bottom row of the map.
They have the control, they have the signs. Even though Xantic is a little bit tanky on this Quap,
he's tricky to catch.
They do have the control if Misho's alive with the follow-up of Lumpy.
They're gonna
Xantic.
There's the Crystallis. Gap close in for Lumpy. And gets the Remnant, the Fear. It's going to catch him. It's going to allow the rest of the time to close in. The hookshot as well, trying to block off the escape of Crystallis. They've caught him. These moves from Beast Coast, they just don't stop.
The Manta He got a little unlucky. The Manta, the illusion, just not the one that gets caught. It's the real hero that gets caught in the Aether Remnant. Will get grabbed down. He's just so fragile, though. And it feels like... I don't know when he's not going to feel fragile with the pace that all this is going. He's just... It still is the same case where he's not getting space to farm. And beastcoast just continue to accelerate things. 90 seconds still on the Aegis. Nice little man touch.
He's going to get completely burst here by Pake and Whisper.
Pake definitely on point these last 2 games. An absurd carry performance so far.
Liga, can they set up anything here from the high ground?
They're going to glyph their own wave. beastcoast really want to continue this pressure here. Counterglyph gets popped, they'll back themselves away. I mean, they've got all of Liga trapped inside the base for the last 2 minutes, it felt like. A bird will die, but the resummon instantly. Christos can't get outside. I'm watching him try. He literally, I saw him go bottom. He tried to like leave, couldn't, goes top, tries to go down this gate path. He can't get outside. There's nowhere for him to farm.
I mean, with the moves of beastcoast so far, it's like, where do you go?
There's nowhere to go.
Someone's going to get caught. Someone's going to get found. And inside the base, you know, Lumpy diving tier 3s won't get the kill here. And they've got the setup on the Lumpy.
Do they have the damage?
Only 10 seconds left on the edge. They're able to burst through Lumpy. See if they can deal with MOUZ as well. They can. Double kill for Xantic. Pake is going to lose the Aegis in 5 seconds. As Pake turns into the quap,
he's getting
away. That's something there for Liga.
I mean, Lumpy got a little too ahead of himself. I think he gave the gem away too. Didn't see who recovered it. Yeah, he did. L1ga was able to grab that one. All right, well, mistakes happen. He jumped in way too aggressively, thinking he could burst the SD, but there is a solar crest up. Needed for the side of Liga to allow Crystallis to get outside.
Yeah, it gives them a good bit of breathing room to try and get working towards that BKB. Still a long way away for Crystallis.
But Chivas is now done. So Xantic is starting to get a bit of momentum for himself here. We said it was going to probably be on the coattails of him if they can somehow take this. Still a long ways to be able to see that potential, especially versus this morph when your Luna's not doing so good. But the itemization is exactly the same as we saw the other day. And pipe now pretty much done for Toby, so they're getting more durable, and that'll help Crystallis quite a lot. He needs any type of things that they can throw onto him with how far behind he is.
Well, where do they go next? Do you imagine it's still a case of just waiting for the high ground defense as Liga, or do you take the chance of going for that smoke play?
Oh, I don't know about that one. That feels pretty risky. Because then Crystallis is put in a position where they can just sandwich him, and he's still very, very, very fragile. I mean, we'll see, though.
I've got eyes on Lumpy. I get the rebound to open up into the torrent. They've got enough burst to bring him down low, but not quite enough to kill him.
He actually gets out.
Actually able to jump away. And Xantic still with that final screen doesn't get the finishing damage done. Lumpy lives. And now the turnaround potentially moves. In with a hook shot. Pake pots the BKB. Turns over towards Panto first. They kill off the Marcy. Further catch looking here as Whisper sends the familiars forward as the further lockdown on towards Crystallis. Crystallis completely surrounded as he gets caught by the Remnant. Double kill for Pake. Pake turning into the quap, blinking forward over towards Toby as beastcoast they'll look to chase down another. The cogs are down. Toby's trapped as beastcoast find a 4.
They took the risk of fighting outside. You know, you mentioned it. It's always risky because you put your Luna in a position to get
it was
jumped.
so close to working out, but they got so close to killing off Lumpy.
He just got the Manta. It was literally right before. I think it was coming out on the courier as they were going on him. Pops it, gets the double jump away.
A little bit.
Background push. There's no glyph.
Well, damage is going to be done here. Tier 3 gone onto the racks here with the familiars.
they'll settle for maybe just the range tracks. Are they even going to finish it? Nope.
Okay, the defense will continue here from Liga. They managed to hold them back. Crystalis.
That tells me, though, that the fact that they back away there, because they probably still could have persisted to at least get the range racks, is let's be more careful, right? Because Lumpy did give them a little bit of a chance with that dive before. Now they're like, all right, let's not give them another chance. Roche is going to be respawning soon. Let's prep for that.
Next Roche could be Liga's opportunity to strike back.
I mean, difficult, but yeah.
It's just I feel like they've got to go. Can they really just sit back and let the Aegis be picked up by beastcoast?
Probably not. So they probably do have to fight. I just don't know how this Luna fights when she's outside the base. She's so fragile. One hero gets on top of her and she's dead. And there will always be either Morphling or the Void Spirit on top of her. Speaking of the Morph, Konda's done. Max Adaptive Strike online, or he can turn into Morph and now throw some beams as well, if he'd like to. He's been playing as the Queen of Pain mostly, though, because of the mobility. And they're going to look for that fight. A very difficult one for the side of Liga. They have to kind of set it up perfectly. And even then, will they have the damage to go through this Morph, who's going to rip them to shreds? And Nemesis Curse also found for Pake.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
He goes right into them.
And gets away with it. Lumpy tries to get the jump on 1J. A good force.
Bird stuns.
Toby and Azanta kind of caught awkwardly in the trees. The Fish going to catch onto the both of them. Pate jumps forward, looks to burst through Azanta. They have the hook shot locked down as well. They'll be able to catch him out and kill him off.
Got him.
The hook shot into the Remnant, enough to lock down Azanta. Chrysalis, as you say, in any of these fights, as soon as they find him, he's dead.
Just gone an instant. They double jumped as well, too. They stopped the SD from getting any potential save. Yeah, you see Lumpy tips him also, because he can't actually go for any type of save on the Quap because of him going on him and silencing him. And they knew this whole smoke was happening because Pake, in the meantime, had Mantle Illusions hitting mid. So they knew that this was going on. They knew that they were going for a fight outside.
But that fortification, still time until Liga has everybody back alive. So Beast Coast, more than enough time to take the racks this time round. The mid lane
smoke was happening because Pake, in the meantime, had Mantle Illusions hitting mid. So they knew that this was going on. They knew that they were going for a fight outside.
But that fortification, still time until Liga has everybody back alive. So Beast Coast, more than enough time to take the racks this time round. The mid lane cleared up.
This has been such a beautiful game for them. They're just keeping up that at least one kill per minute, winning pretty much every single one of the fights that has happened in this game. Even though Liga does have, 22 kills, a lot of those were on supports. 9 on Clockwork, 7 on the Willow. So 16 of the 22.
Oh, the base don't go with the smoke. They know that Liga, that despite being as far behind as they are, they have to try and take their chances and stop Beast Coast from getting the Roshan.
This is probably the last hurrah. AC also finished up for the Visage. Somehow burst Pake before he gets something off. May hope that he can make a mistake, because so far he's played this game perfectly. 8-0 and 7 on this last big Morph.
And get caught by the turret. They'll try and burst through him first. They'll drop the Sonic Wave for MOUZ.
They blew everything on him.
But he has buyback. He's going to be able to head over back towards the fight. Pake with the BKB commits forward. He's out to start backing away. See who he wants to turn his attention towards. In from the side, jump forward in from Lumpy, catches Panto.
He's
burst onto Atlantic, hook shot as well for MOUZ. Godlike for Pake. They'll be able to clean up this fight, no problem here. Beast Coast as Crystalis surrounded once more, caught in the cogs. He's trying to fight back, but he'll get burst down by the Solar Scepter from Whisper. Triple kill for Pake. As they tried to see if they could find some sort of a chance to take a fight out of the base around the Roshan pit, but it did not work out whatsoever.
How many ults did they just throw onto MOUZ again? I think he tanked the boat, he tanked the Sonic Wave. The team fighting for Liga has been kind of questionable overall this game, but Beast Coast is just taking complete advantage of it. Pake has just been styling on them.
Lumpy catching Toby outside of the base. The rest of Beast Coast making their way over. And it's pretty speedy, Toby. Hook shot from MOUZ, though, he don't miss. comes in, catches him in the cogs. The kills continue to rack up for Beast Coast.
Time to close it out.
There's L1ga trying to slow down this push. It's not going to work. They're trying to hold on Liga, but it's pretty much all over now for them, and indeed they'll tap out. GG is called. Beast Coast take the series, moving on here 2-1, and in both